I don't know if you can hear me or not. I think you can. Hey, Porcupine. Just checking. Through this in a second. Yeah, all right, cool, man. I just want to make sure. All sorts of crazy stuff, you know. I forgot to do something. I'm gonna do that right now while I remember.
Your repurposed freighter drifts through space. As you stare out at the star-flecked void, another ship comes in. Wait, is this sci-fi? I thought we agreed on a World War II campaign.
Tonight's a mystery night, whether I have
Did we?
the other mysterious
That's cool.
Tim on, Jeff on.
The smell of smoke curdles in your nostrils.
Hold
up, I thought we were prepping for a zombie apocalypse campaign.
Not sure who's coming on tonight.
Alright, here's what we're doing. It's the year 3700. Humanity's elite fled to other planets long ago, taking with them all forms of advanced technology. Earth survivors scrape by with historic tools as weird phenomena plague abandoned nuclear sites. Witnesses report seeing glowing lights and the dead rising from their graves. And amidst the chaos, 3 strangers will meet in a dim bar. A veteran zombie slayer, a disgraced general out for revenge, and a space mercenary sent to investigate the power plants. Now describe your characters. How did you do that? I have the right tools for the job.
You have a kumquat shirt? That's awesome, dude. Oh, that's awesome, man. Very cool. Good, John.
A story once spoken is ageless. The dungeon imagined.
Jagger, how many
the curious
barriers did they break? How many chains did they break getting in?
The tree that endures has to bend. From stillness, the mad mage is stirring.
Not sure if Tim and or Jeff are coming on or not. They may not. No idea.
The enduring.
Oh, yep.
Those unlucky.
It's all good. We got
will
this.
never escape.
Woo. They got it, Michael. Shout out something. Whoops. Mistake. Much going on. You guys got it. There you go. Yeah, doing good, man. Doing good, John. Doing good.
POV, I had 30 minutes before my campaign group showed up, and I was
Eat, but doing
totally
good. How's that
unprepared.
sound?
I grabbed my ready set encounter box and boom, everything I needed for an epic session. Adventure hooks, map tiles, loot tables, stat blocks, and miniatures, all ready to go. My players still think I spent hours planning our Great Dragon encounter. If you're a busy dungeon master, get Ready Set Encounter live now on Kickstarter.
That early, hit the wrong button early. And, point. Yeah, just look out the time. Nothing better than make sure I can see what the hell I'm doing. All over the place.
Login
so much
things
stuff.
and
So much stuff
Yep.
on 3 screens if you count my laptop where I put all the
Yep.
stream, you know, all the.
I mean, I need the Zoom window, I need the Twitch chat window, I need my Evernote where I have my notes for it, and then I have the map in another window, and yeah.
I have a subfolder open so I can pop stuff up. Right. I have my Instalink 360 up. I have my the Zoom window, the XSplit broadcaster.
And this is on my streaming machine that I'm running in a Windows on my main machine. So that's that. Yeah.
It's all the wonders of everyone knows who's a streamer. It's just like, oh yeah, it's easy. Just walk around with your phone. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But so yeah, finishing up another week here with another week coming up with some great stuff. So we're going to keep busy. We're going to keep real busy coming up through the summer as much as possible. So let's talk about that first. It's still 6:53. It's still 7 minutes before we're even supposed to start. So if you don't know, because I'm a glutton for punishment, starting a new group on next Saturday morning. With new characters, There'll be one brand new person who's never played before in the group, so that's good. All right, so we got one, maybe two, but more than likely one. And I took a group, started them at that third, fourth level like I always do. Because who wants to play even first edition? I don't want to go through the slog because we only have so many times together, and this is going to be like at most every other week at most with this one. So here I got 2 sheets done, but I can't finalize one sheet because the player won't tell me the damn character's name yet. So I got here's a halfling female fighter, specialized with hammer in one hand with a hand axe in the other hand and uses a short bow. But I don't have any idea what the hell her name is. So there you go. Now, Myriad's character's all done. Yeah, and here, the way you see this custom artwork too. Yeah, she did that from scratch.
Cool.
Yeah. So Briar of House Thorndale.
Mm-hmm.
Gray elf female wild mage. What could go wrong with a wild mage in the party?
Mm-hmm.
So I know a lot of people may not know the second edition wild mage, how crazy it can get, but it's fun.
I was just gonna say, what that a Dragon magazine
Tome of Magic.
class? Oh, from a Magic.
Tome of
Okay.
Magic, yeah, Tome of Magic.
Uh-huh.
Here, I'll
Oh
bring.
yeah, that's true. Tome of Magic for second
Yeah,
edition.
yeah.
Yep,
Hold
that
on one
was the
second
Wild
here. Let's see
Mage.
if I
Yep.
can.
I
Yeah.
remember seeing it somewhere, but I can't remember where. Yep.
Wild mages and elementalists came
Mm-hmm.
out of. And if I recall,
Yep.
Zeb Cook said he created the elementalists up,
Mm-hmm.
if I recall, and then but he didn't. I forget. He didn't remember who did the wild mage. But yeah, so yeah, here's and I was on that right when I was doing stuff. But yeah, Tome of Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Which was a really good book
oh,
when it,
Sergeant
yeah, it's a
Pinto.
good book.
Seb Cook's first name in there.
Mm-hmm.
Cook, Finley, Herring, Kubasek, Sargent, and Swan. So one of those other guys did, like, he did one of
Yep.
them and didn't do the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he did the Wild Mage and not. Zeb Cook did one of the two.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
It's all
But
blur.
it's a cool class to have in the inventory because it has a special feel to it.
Special spells, special feel.
Yeah,
Um,
because things go haywire. So yeah.
yeah, as a matter of fact, Rob's character, who used to be Silasar at Page, his Earth Elementalist, left Earth as Selena because there was a surge from a wild
And
mage
then things happened.
sex
Yep.
change. Yes, yeah, absolutely. So we'll see
Yeah.
what happens with that. And I don't allow wild mages to dual class or multi class at all. So that's it because it's such a strenuous
Mm-hmm.
on their studies. So yeah, so she's going to be and there's some twists with this character too. And so we have 6 players and 1 NPC. But yeah, that'll be Saturday morning at 11. Ah, yes. Why do I do it to myself? Always, like, yeah, starting up new stuff, but that's okay. It was asked for. Hey, yeah, what's next time? And we're not. That has nothing to do with the evil group. The evil group's coming at the end of the summer. That I got to prepare myself completely mentally for. Absolutely. So, don't know if Jeff or Tim will be on, but I know Jeff was going to be out in, I think, Washington State, but he says he's going to try
Okay.
and hop on if he was bored out there. I
Yeah.
think he's at his in-laws. Um, but all right, starting areas.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Uh, talked a little bit about this on Legend and Lore. Oh yeah, because we're going through all the cities. Where's a good place to start? Where's not? And
Yeah.
for me, it's I think there's so many places that you can start a campaign in Greyhawk.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on a couple things, and we'll talk about that.
Yep.
What
I have a
resources are
bunch of
already
the bunch of
available?
reasons. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. The campaign reasoning. Well, of course, Helmet's a good starting area. It's probably the best or most legendary starting area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but there's a lot of other areas. We'll get to, and I'll be scrolling. There's a lot of adventures scrolling through, but there's going to be a lot of other areas beyond that um, that we can talk about. But we'll talk about the main ones too. Um, so, and I know you want to do an Elven campaign, but if you're going to start something new, where would you start?
Well, first, since I'm running very, very sandboxy campaigns, so to speak,
Hmm.
I choose a campaign area to start with. First, I kind of narrow down the focus. Okay, what part of Greyhawk do I want to run this in, so to speak? So and for some it might be the opposite, meaning they are choosing between which module to start with. Meaning, should I start with Hamlet or should I start in Orlane or some of the classics, so to speak? So but for me, it's like, okay, since I'm running very sandboxy, it's basically first what part of the setting I want to do it in. And then I'm thinking about the scope of the campaign, so to speak, meaning if I think about this, what kind of ideas can I have it go in, so to speak? Is it something that I want to play over the 10 sessions in 6 months and then I don't need to travel that wide and far. But if it's something I think this is what I'm going to run the next 5 years, 200 sessions, then I need to start thinking bigger geographical area, so to speak. And that means that I need to take that into account, so to speak. So I need to start doing travel. And then when I kind of nail down and say, okay, I want it this big, I want it to be that, then I'm starting to
Hmm.
nail down the possibilities. And then comes the other thing, meaning theme. Do I want to run something up in the high Arctic, the cold snow and stuff like that?
Gotcha.
Or do I want to run subtropical, getting lost in the jungle? Or do I want to run something that starts out in a very big city? Or yeah, something like that. It's more like what kind of feel do I want to go for it? Elven, maybe dwarven,
Oh
something
yeah,
fighting
you got to
droids,
think about
going up
all that.
exactly, going up against IUs, these kind of
Hey George.
major themes about it, so to speak. These are the main kind of ideas and things that pop into my head, so to speak. But and also that the fact that play style for me, I think it's something that you should take into account. Meaning, do you run modules, then you should cherry pick among the modules for low level, or maybe you should just do like a few high level right off the bat. But if you run sandbox, then it's the same thing. Do I want to start low, zero first level, or do I want to start the mid level where they have a background and stuff? I just throw them in, say that you guys are going to play these characters in this scenario and set it somewhere. So that's another thing. That's what I've often done doing the play test. I've been given them low level, mid level, or even high level characters with a background and just thrown them in the middle of the action right off the bat, so to speak. But start a new campaign, then I'm thinking zero low level play and develop the characters from scratch, basically.
And that's awesome as far as starting them, from that zero.
Hmm.
Because you get a good base, and I know what was it, 7 or 8 adventures it was before they got to first, and yours, you really had to
Yeah.
be able to do
Hmm.
some background developing.
Yep.
For me, I got to also consider how it's going to look as a live stream event too.
Exactly. That's the other thing. I mean,
Yeah,
what's your setup? Is this a home game you're going to play a home campaign with best friends sitting around the
right.
table, or is this something you're going to run at conventions and it's going to
Mhm.
be like a player coming and going? Is this something you're going to live stream? Then you have,
Yeah.
is it something you're going to run in a VTT on a big game table, just theater of the mind? That is also things to consider a little bit what you choose from, so to
It
speak.
is. And I've learned that over the years of doing it that like
Mm-hmm. Yep.
um there are ones that work better
Yep.
than others.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's just, but a lot of it all has to do with your players too and what your players are looking
Yeah.
for.
Hmm.
But so this is on Cannon Fire. I wanted to show this just so if you go, oh, well, I don't know where to start. Now we'll go over specifics, but here it's on the front page, postcards from the Flannis up here. Just
Hmm.
click on this. Okay. And here you go. Now I think I did Principality Ulick. I think I did that one, or maybe I didn't. We'll see. Who did this one? Yeah, I did this one. Okay. So what is on here is this postcard. These postcards show uh, some generalizations, right? It tells you where type of things that you can come across. Then resources. These are old. These are old YouTube vids I got. I linked them. Here's adventures. Pictures of you like, oh my god. Like, you have to put what's available. And here's some other adventures in the country, and then other stuff that's little Bright Hidden Temple of Rithnall's. You know, get a hold of that. Slavers are not far. The Slavers Reference Guide, and so you got joint assistance with other things. It's just a general thing with these, and they're pretty cool. So if we go, let's say you wanted to do on the eastern side of the map, I won't ignore it. So we're gonna go Ratic here. So who did this? Ratic is David Leonard did this one. Cool. Here's all
Awesome.
the information you can do for Ratic. Look, and he put B1 Search of the Unknown was originally suggested as located in Ratic. Thus B2 would fit here as well. Well, that's true. B2 could almost fit almost anywhere. alternate locations for G1 to 3, D1 to 3. Um, yeah, and that just goes over a lot more information that you have here, and you can use these and just delve in. It's just a bunch of bullet points for you.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of bullet points for you. Uh, yeah. So I've got 1 second here. Code works. So he's not sure what is going on. Okay. Yep. There's a message. Okay. So that gives you some ideas right here, and there's a whole bunch. I think almost everyone is done. There's a couple. There are a couple that weren't done. Or Ket and Kenny Urge don't look like they were done. Every other one's done.
But they're great formats, and
Yeah.
it's a fantastic idea and a good service for people who are just getting into Greyhawk and even longtime veterans, because sometimes we get stuck in one area and we stuck there forever
Yeah.
for good reasons, like Jay, meaning because we developed so much. But then occasionally you might want to take a vacation and go somewhere where
You
you
bounce
normally
around.
don't.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
bounce around a bit
And I've
here.
only been to 3, 4 locations in
Please.
my campaign. One location per decade is about one region per decade is usually my story in gaming in Greyhawk is like, yeah, on average about one region per decade or realm or whatever you call it. Yeah.
But look at this one. I didn't even know this one. The Twin Cities. Campaigning in Twin Cities were in Loru and Winetha, area
Mm-hmm.
of the Old Great Kingdom. Once to experience a
Yeah.
Game of Thrones style war. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of stuff. So make sure you take a look at that. And also, if you need maps, your Cities of Earth is here. Right. So look, and it tells you, like, you just highlight it. Verbalonk has the most 7. You can just
Yeah.
go over here, Hawkok
And
4.
that's the
Yeah.
thing. We forgot Verbobonk in or Verbobonk when we talked about cities. The
Oh, is
probably
Verbalonk
the
big
first.
enough? Yeah.
No, but I also think that Verbobonk has a special, or Verbobonk, or however you pronounce it, has a very special story in the publication story of Greyhawk because it's basically the first city that is mentioned and has products even before a lot of the other cities. It has a longest publishing record because it's been mentioned in Hamlet
Yeah.
and Temple of Elemental Evil. But it's interesting, it got mentioned, but it didn't get any real treatment, so to speak. There's never been any formal content like a box set, a module, whatever, with
Yeah.
maps and stuff like that. So it's been
Shape
mentioned, it's
that's cool.
been there, it's been the backdrop for ages and ages, but then was just skipped over.
Jackster, that's an issue, right? The bouncing around. If you do one multi-city or multi-area with the same group of characters, you're going to have they're going to age very fast.
Hmm.
It's, you know, to get from, for example, if you are regularly traveling from Verbank to Greyhawk City, back and forth, you're talking like, month of time goes by each way or whatever. It's
Hmm.
not something, and then your character's getting old fast, and I
Yeah.
hate that. So,
No, but
um,
on the other, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I agree. That is one way of looking at it. But also, in if you want time to move forward without having to detail it too much, then travel and stuff might be a way of simply say you spend a week on horseback going across Furundi and you don't have to
right,
have that. But on the other hand, travel in the role-playing game world is only to get it to feel like a long distance. The actual rate, meaning you can say you travel 500 miles, but it doesn't feel like it if you don't experience anything. So a journey is measured in experiences as a player around the game table, because you can walk if you walk down up and down the street in a Greyhawk and there's 10 things happening, and that feels like a decent journey. But if you go across the Kingdom of Furundi and you only stop for 3 or 4
yeah.
happenings, it doesn't feel like a long journey. To go across a kingdom, you should have there should be an happening every 5 miles at least,
And
something to remember, so to speak.
my answer to that question is, and just the way I play is have don't do one group at a time, but that's really hard for people to
Ah, that's a good one.
comprehend.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
So that's something what plus you don't have the same people there all the time. People are bouncing in and out. So those are some of the ideas. But yeah, so all
Yeah.
right, let's just we're here. Let's just start here. I
Hmm.
mean, my
Yeah.
gosh. So
Yeah.
Hamlet's the place, right? It is. It's just
Well,
it's a
it's the
sandbox.
place, and exactly, it is a great starting adventure. If you want to run an adventure and a location, Hamlet is fantastic. Yep.
So let me see if I can bring this up here. All right. So yeah. So I'm not going to go through the temple. This is starting. So Hamlet's the ultimate sandbox, right? Lots
Hmm.
going on in the town. You know,
At least the ultimate published sandbox.
right,
Yeah.
true, true, true,
Yeah.
true. You got a lot of personalities here, higher level, mid level, lower level.
Yeah.
The key to this, though, is your DM being able to create its own sidebar quests off of this. So if you have a good DM, they're going to be able to do it. Um, little, this is a long-term tidbit, but I had a meeting with Jeremy from Gamescape this morning. He's going to have something really cool coming out probably next year. He's going to have a Patreon, and it's probably going to be called. I don't know if we're going to be able to call it this. I'm going to be involved in this. Moat House 569.
Oh.
This is going to be in 3D print before it's destroyed. The Moat House. So we'll see. Yeah, that'd be cool. He's already working on it. So yeah, pretty neat. So then we can do some time travel games or some old school, because this whole upper level's destroyed. There's an upper level no one even knows about, because it says states right in here that it's almost impossible. It's all completely gone, but there's stairs going up. So you got a lot of opportunities.
Hmm.
But the thing is you got to get this adventure to, if you're doing the whole campaign, to Nulb and all, and you got a lot of other side questing going with this. And if you're lucky enough to somehow get access to all the Verbalonk living Greyhawk stuff, I mean, this is the most packed area as far as yeah, this is it. I mean, my gosh, I
Yeah.
don't know of any other area that's this packed together.
And it's also cool because you have human, elven,
Gnome,
and
dwarf,
gnome, and
halfling,
even dwarven. Yeah, meaning
all
there's
of them.
all sorts of,
Front
yeah,
hill,
all of them. Yep.
yeah.
Hmm.
Because you got Sylvan elves all here. You got
Hmm.
gray elves and high elves south. You got them all. It's a great area. Now, and once again, is there a lot written up of Verbalonk? I
Not
don't.
much.
Not much. Not
It's
much.
mentioned so many times, but it's not detailed anywhere, as far as I know, from published sources. There
What's
have
T?
been multiple fan versions of it over the years.
What's TOH, Patrick? Is that Tomb of Horrors? I don't know what Tomb of Horrors is. I think it's Tomb of Horrors. The giveaway, by the way, I'm going to give at least one $10 gift certificate to Troller Games away, but I'm going to give away another character deck of cards, Myron,
Tomorrow's, yep. Hmm.
and the sword. Okay, exclamation point drawing. Yeah, Tomb of Horrors. Okay, that's what I thought. And I have no idea about any of these names here because they're not mine. So some of them you can be able to find some information on. But like, look here's you got the Moat House, Temple of Evil, Null, Hamlet right here, and Verbonk's right up the road. So actually, it's a couple towns away now instead of right up the road like it used to be. But this is a good area to start
Hmm.
because it's all written there. You have the ultimate sandbox. But um, is that the easiest thing to do for a first-time DM? And probably not. Sandboxing is not. Thanks, Chris. Sandboxing is not something that a lot of DMs are comfortable with, especially new ones. They want to run
Yeah, and it
adventures.
requires a lot of work up front,
It does.
and then it pays off down the line, so to speak.
Absolutely.
So
I
yeah.
agree 100% on that. So a better one where the adventure's very straightforward. I know. I think Dragger mentioned this one too. Is we just come down to Salt Marsh, right? And this one is, I would say, is better because for a couple reasons for a first timer. And that is, first off, um, the adventure is pretty basic, right? It's got a little bit of a mystery on it, but it's a basic
Hmm.
premise to Salt Marsh. The town has grown over time. Plus, you get your choice of a fifth edition adventure series, goes to Salt Marsh or the first edition ones. So you get your choice. Which, hey, what's up? You could do whichever one. The best sandbox is Bard's Gate and Star Valley from your sponsor. Just makes Bard's Gate into Neural. Yeah, Dale, probably, but isn't Bard's Gate too big for Neural? I think it's too big.
It might be, yeah.
I think it's too big. Oh yeah, Michael Z was there. Was just on. Michael Z was just on, and we gave away Stoneheart Valley yesterday. So, yep. But you also have this here in the basic box set. The Tower of Xenopus is here too, right, Anna? That's
Oh
another
yeah.
one. That's in the Molde. Is that Molde or basic?
I forgot where, but
Yeah,
it's mentioned in
yeah,
some place. I don't know how detailed it actually is.
yeah. 5e Saltmarsh is 5e Saltmarsh Dragger, though. It's a start, right? It's a starting area, very basic. Um, you know, um, and then look, and then eventually you can run hard in the hools, which is right here too, at the Dunmounds. So you have a lot of options up here. Also stuff with sea princes. I always love pirate adventuring and ship adventuring. Um, yeah, Fairhill. Yep. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. So it's a good area for another start point. Um,
And then I think one of the decisions when the starting point is that should you go with a published place or should you invent your own place? That's
well,
another
that
thing a choice you can make, so to speak. You can either place it in Hamlet or Lane or Saltmarsh, some place that has a story in the setting, published or fan made, meaning you
right.
have a lot of material to work with, or you can simply read about an area and then simply say, well, this village or town or whatever is a good fit for that area, in my opinion, and then create it and place it there yourself in your campaign. That's also a very viable option.
Yeah, inventing your own is exactly what I did. So
Yeah. Many, I've done it too. I've done it. I invented my little Aldet village in southern Shieldlands for my Shieldlands campaign, and then I invented a whole bunch of other places going around it.
and it's down here, right? It's in this area.
No, it's a bit west, a little bit
Oh,
west. You
over
have
here.
export. There you go. Yep.
It's Aldous. Yeah.
Where those
Okay.
roads, where the
Hey,
fork in the
thanks,
road
Spencer.
is there. That's where
Oh,
Aldet is.
fork in the road, right here.
Yep.
Oh, it
There it
makes
is.
sense. It probably
Yep,
should be
there's some
something there.
hills. There's a little bit of a ridge across, so to speak.
Mhm.
So it was the stopping point originally on the route from Critwall to Radagast City, and you needed to go over a low ridge of hills. And that was the easy pass. And halfway across, someone realized that, oh, we can start a little town here and build an inn and service the travelers. That's how Aldet got its start in the 200s or something like that. And when
Moose.
the
Yeah.
when
Moose.
Great Kingdom had built the road like 150 or something like that, when they
That
built the road from Critwall to Radagast City.
beautiful. And there's plenty of room to add stuff. And I got
Exactly.
enough
That's
added.
the yep.
I got added stuff all over this map up here.
Yep. Yep.
Gradavis Estate
hmm
here, here,
Yep.
here. Change here, here, all added.
Yep.
Here, lots of stuff. Moose, it's not in Tower of Xenopus. It's not in Holmes Basic. No, I know for a fact it's not in Holmes Basic. That was my basic when I was a kid. There was no Tower of Xenopus. It came out, I believe. Um, I think it came out Holmes. I really think it was not Holmes. Mulvey. I think it came out as the adventure. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Yeah, but that's cool, Anna, that you started and made some changes, and you started a small piece of the Shieldlands. You didn't start right in Crit Wall.
No, I took that area and the first 20 sessions we were
Yeah.
within the city walls or the town walls. It took like 10 sessions. I think they had one little excursion half a mile outside of the walls, and that was like 10 sessions into the campaign. Yeah,
Wow.
so we started it was more like a dungeon, but it was in the buildings and outside and stuff like that. So it took a while. So but that's the nature of my campaigning and sandboxing. I detail it without having any idea of where the story will go. And then since there's so much to do and they start lifting all the lifting the stones to see what's under it. So it's basically up to the players. Some players and groups they decide, oh, we feel at home here. But that campaign I also wanted to be gritty. So there was a scary world out there. So even if it was scary in the village, at least this is the horrors we know. Outside, it might even scarier, so we stay here, so to speak. So yeah, so that was the theme. And that's another thing too, meaning is this going to be are your characters going to be superheroes or dominate the campaign and this going to be fun and like a slugfest, or this is going to be a horror-filled, dreadful campaign where death is near every round or every session there,
Right.
meaning you can theme it. It's going to be really hard or it's going to be just fun and easy and entertaining and kill things and just whatever. That's another style of game. None of that. Just like with styles, there's nothing wrong. It's what the players want, what you want, and you can have fun either way.
All right. Getting bombarded in back messages while I'm live here.
Hmm.
So, like Michael von Mokel said, there are a bunch of places you could make up in Central Nigeria near the Selden Forest of the Nat Marsh. And I said, but why? Just kidding. I was joking. I was joking. So, in general, this is what I look for.
Hmm.
Where that's a good question. Where is the Keep on the Borderlands?
Yeah, good one.
We know where Return on the Keep on the Borderlands is.
Exactly. The original had no setting, nothing. It was just set in its own universe. But the Return gave a sample saying that it was
Yeah.
placed in the Geometry, the Southwest Geometry.
So that's a
So
good question.
they named it, yeah, and they named it Kendall Keep in the
Yep.
Return as well.
So here
So
it
I
is.
put Kendall Keep on my map. Yeah.
So,
But there's other places you can put them. That's
yeah.
just where TSR chose to put it, or was it Wizards that published it? Have they
No,
switched ownership?
it was the 25th anniversary, so it was 1999.
Oh, then it was Wizards. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, it was right in
Yep.
that crossover
Yeah, that was
era.
Wizard of the Coast when they had purchased it 2 years after. Yep. Hmm.
So, here's what I did with mine. I have a group that's still in the Shieldlands. They're called the Keep Group because they started Keep on the Borderlands. But remember, I'm talking about before I even did From the Ashes, along with the Fortress Elendar stuff, which is all early on. Before we're talking about where the Shieldlands is more worried about the Horn Society and the Bandit Kingdoms,
Hmm.
right? So, yeah. Is it in there in Basic Homes?
Awesome. Thank you. This is great.
Are there maps though? There's maps somewhere else. There's Tower Xenopus maps in an adventure. Um, okay, it may be in there. And I didn't even realize it. Search of ancient, and it's in the original book. Okay, I guess I'm wrong.
Now we need to put Port Town on there as well. Yep.
So never put it on the
Thank
map,
you.
but I always put it up here somewhere. I put the Keep on the Borderlands up here in the
Oh,
Shieldlands.
it's the sample dungeon in the rule book. There you go.
Yeah, but I could have sworn someone did the entire adventure up after that. Someone did the adventure. Nope, no Wild Coast. Someone did an entire Tower of Xenopus adventure, didn't they?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's more than I know off the top of my head. Yep.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I put Keep the Borderlands up in this area, up here, against Bandit Kingdoms. That was a long time ago. Yeah, was it only online? Okay, because people run Tower of Xenopus all the time on stream, and it's
Okay.
multiple levels. Jimmy Duffy ran one that was multiple levels in 5th edition. It's got to
Hmm.
be something. It's got to be somewhere.
Oh, it's mentioned and it's detailed in Ghost of Saltmarsh for 5e. Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, is that where it's in
But
Ghost of
yeah, but I
Saltmarsh?
thought they got it somewhere. So yeah, but now they got it from Basic Homes and then they included it in Ghost of
All right, so
Saltmarsh.
someone did it
Hmm.
up in okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, it's included there.
All
So
right,
yep.
that's where it is. I
Yep.
guess someone made it
But
up.
now
I
we know
never
where it
used
came
it.
from originally. It came from the
All right,
Basic
that's my bad.
Homes,
If it came in Basic Homes as an example,
yeah,
that's
and
my
then
bad.
Wolfgang, who oversaw the Ghost the Ghost of
PDF on
Saltmarsh
drive
book for
through.
5e.
Got it.
Yeah, he
Okay.
put together. Yep.
All right,
Hmm.
I'm wrong. Thanks. I appreciate the correction.
Okay, good. Thank you.
All
Yeah.
right. So yeah, so you can place Keep on the Borderlands anywhere you want. You know, really, you just want to put it on the area that is
Yeah, it's just
under.
mentioned in Ghost of Saltmarsh. Yep.
All right, it's
Good.
not that detailed in Ghost.
Yep.
There's a PDF on drive-through. Okay, what
Okay,
edition is it,
cool.
Dragster? Someone had to write it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Now I'm curious to see where the heck.
What was I doing? All right. Think of a place that needs defense. Put Keep on the Borderlands there. Simple. Simple. And that could be a lot of places. You could, if you don't have all this, the Principality Ulick that I do, you can put it on the Pomarsh border, right? Anywhere. Put it on the Ket border, right?
Yeah,
Put it
that's yeah. You
up
can.
here for your Undie border. For your Undie, you can put all Keep on Borderlands almost anywhere on this side of the map. So, yeah. All right, Tim will come on. Tim will be on a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta remember, everyone. I've been nauseous all day. I've been like, I didn't get much accomplished today. A lot of people put it in Rotic, right over here. A lot of people put it on the way to Spine Castle, or up here, Troll Fens, or in 10. A lot of areas you can put it. So, I'm looking at one on a blog called Greek Rampage. Okay, don't know that blog. So all over the place for that one. All the B series ones are not placed. None of them are really placed. That gives you an opportunity for, and I tell you, we've done a lot of the Bs. So we've done Palace's Silver Princes. We've done, and I did it with Tim. I did the Veiled Society, B1, B2, um, Horror in the Hill, right? That's Doug Niles' one. Done a lot of them. So, and they're all good. So anywhere you really want to run with that, you can with a B, and that's the great thing with the Bs and the X's. I haven't run Night's Dark Terror. No, I'm not. I'm not run that. So, all right. Let's see here. Let's go. No, we all know, and I'm not going to spend a lot of detail on this tonight, but we all know the Free City Greyhawk has an entire box set, and it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And you can run a ton.
That's a whole campaign setting in a
That's a whole
way,
campaign
like
setting.
big city. Yeah, you can run a whole campaign in there.
It's a whole. Here comes the ever mysterious Tim. Here he comes to save the day. What's up, man? Look at that
Hello.
shirt, dude.
Hello.
Family's back from France, man. Yeah,
Yeah, it's party time.
everything good?
Yeah. We just were watching the World Cup not too long ago.
Really? I didn't know you were into. I didn't know you were into soccer.
Well, I mean, they were just in France, for a
Right.
month.
Yeah.
And I lived in Spain for 3 years.
There you go.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true, man. I forgot about that.
So you happy now
yeah.
they won? Yeah.
Ah, yay!
Yeah.
I like the competition. It was like, every time something got close, no matter which team it was, I'd be like, "Ooh!"
Yeah, that's good.
And my son's
That's
like,
good.
"Why are you cheering for the other team?"
Oh wow.
I'm like, "Oh, it was intense though."
Yeah, it was. It was. Absolutely. Almost tied. They almost tied it at the end too.
Yeah.
So we're just bouncing around a little bit here, but here I'll tell you what I look for to start. All right, and we'll see what Tim says. I look for a place, number one, that, and I know it doesn't matter where you start. You can be anything you want to be. You can be a half orc in the middle of Selene if you wanted to, right? Okay, but like I look for an area where, besides humans, you at least have some splattering of all the races. And I'm talking about first edition. Gnomes, halflings, dwarves, elves, half orcs, half ogres can all.
See, it's easier to explain why they're there if the party decides to be diverse.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Two, there is a location that is secure, but or series of locations, but close by there's a lot of badness, right? So if we just go to my Altamira setting, look, we got dwarves, gnomes, halflings, all here, because I mean, where the demi-human states are. And look what we got right across the river. That's just forest,
Why do
right?
we have to have bad stuff, Jay?
It's without bad stuff, no one's getting their tongue ripped out. Yeah, see, Tim knows. Right.
You know how much we like that.
3, I want to be able to go on multiple plot arcs, right? As I think Dragon here said in chat, I'm tired. He's like, I'm tired of the IUs thing. So am I. I can't remember the last time I even said the name IUs in an adventure. Hey, thanks, Scala. An adventure lately,
It's
right?
so overrated.
Yeah, it's so overdone. Well, also, I'm not. My guys are not gonna like run it and oh look what's that in the trash can? Oh my God, it's the Eye of Vecna. No, you don't have to worry about that either, right, Anna? You're not going to worry about picking up the Eye of Vecna and popping it in your eyeball socket. So we're gonna run some other unique things, right?
You could put out the Eye of Schmegma.
Oh my God, Tim.
Perpetual pink eye.
Perpetual pink eye. That's funny, man. And then lastly, I want to be able to create, go on what my theme, my general theme for the entire campaign is. And that is good versus evil for the most part, right? With having a knighthood that doesn't we don't have to do all that, but just have that as a possibility. But I like to have some published adventures. I like to have some adventures that are obscure. I'll tell you, there was nothing more obscure and a couple of years ago than Hidden Temple of Erythnol, right? One of the most obscure
Yeah.
adventures ever, because you
Mhm.
can't. That magazine's almost impossible to get a hold of. So, yeah, those are the kind of things I like to do. So, Tim, what do you look for when you want to do a starting area?
It depends on if I have a theme for the group.
Right,
I wanted to do a number of water-based, seagoing sort of adventuring parties, so I started them at Salt Marsh,
right. We talked about Salt
Mhm.
Marsh, yeah.
and then they can
So,
sail to the next series of
so did you run all the Salt Marshes in that one?
nah, just the first one.
Just the first,
The first one, they got a base.
right?
They got I was kind of incorporating the 5e sort of additional info that's in the book. And then I just expanded different adventures, water-based stuff from there.
Hmm.
Or if it's someplace I want them to go, they have a reason to go. They got a boat. They sail upriver
Right. Yeah,
to
there's a lot.
deliver something, and while they're resupplying, they're like, "Oh, this sounds like it sounds like you need some help here. Yeah, we'll help out." So,
Cool.
um,
Okay.
then I've started a group that was the idea was they were operating behind the enemy lines, so they were being recruited, trying to find races that if you saw them from a distance, you would think, "Oh, those guys are bad guys," so that they would fit into where they're going. So,
Okay.
had a couple drow, had a gray dwarf,
Oh my gosh.
had two half ogres.
What a group. That's
I
cool.
had an elf, but it was a valley elf, so it was a little bit weirder, a weird looking
Mhm.
elf.
Tall.
So not your normal,
Not your normal party.
yeah. So if you saw them lumbering along, you'd be like,
What do they do?
they're bad. They're bad. So they must fit it. They're fitting in because it was in the Bandit Kingdoms they were operating.
Well, the Bandit Kingdoms are also always a fun place. Why? I gotta ask. So, why did you pick here for your reverse dungeon group?
Oh well, that's not where they really originally started. That's the original group is a place in Greyhawk yet undetermined because it happened so long ago.
Oh, okay.
And so running them at the at Page and at Concoction, it was the remnants of the tribe. So the things that the original party has done has echoed in their religious moral mindset. So they have their religion is slightly different now because of the things that have been handed down, and sort of some of their caste system organization has kind of been handed down. And so, but it's 1 year after the last one was 1 year after the Battle of Emerald Meadows.
Till 570.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, yeah. So basically, their whole tribe got wiped out by the aftermath of that battle. So as humanoids were fleeing and as they were being pursued, they pursued near this goblin tribe. So they got kind of caught up in the violence. All the big heavy hitters got waxed and killed. And so the remnants escaped. And these are the remnants in the reverse dungeon that I run for the cons.
Nice.
So, and the next one is they're in the moat house. They somehow they found the back entrance. They got in there. Again, it's 9 years before Lareth the Beautiful shows up. So,
Cool.
and there's lots of adventuring parties. So,
Yeah, so you're doing a back in time adventure, really.
right. Although the last game we played, the guy did charm Elmo.
Elmo, yeah. Oh my
Elmo
God.
was there fighting with him, and then he got charmed.
Thanks, Baker. That's
So,
awesome.
so he's their buddy now, the
He's their
buddy of the witch
Elmo
doctor.
is their buddy. That is
Of the
great.
witch doctor, yeah.
You're having fun with that group, and I'm assuming you had a lot of personalities already written up, and so it just made sense. It's like I said, it's a sandbox area to do
Oh
it.
yeah. These were like the original ones reborn, right? So
Yeah.
people had a chance to play the original characters, but this is like a different timeline. Although my son told me I should run for the next for Page run an underdogs.
Well, do it, man.
Yeah, I
You
think I
should.
will.
Just because you need to because you're gonna have to get an adventure sooner or later. I'm driving me crazy. I got my stuff in already, but you and Jeff got to get at least one game in. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So let's see. I know Anna wants, like I said, wants to run an Elven campaign, but based on some of the criteria that we're talking about, but if you had your ultimate group, like and you're just like, I want to do it, I want to do this. Any idea? Like you're like, where would be a good starting place for Anna next?
Well, yeah. Next time, I'm thinking I want to start them really, really low level. So my guess is first I will send them to a training camp. So instead of having going out and face real enemies, because I have it that elves are careful. They have a low population. They don't re they can't they have to value each elf really, really well. So before they're like third, fourth level, something like that, they will not want them anywhere near a real orc or something like that. So they send them to boot camp first, so to speak. So training camps and so I will start with that, so to speak, sending him, and then they will play against humans and elves and stuff dressed up, whatever, and it will be fight until bloodied, not until killed, so to speak. So there will be real damage or reasonable damage, so to speak. So it will lose hit points. I will get to that in the Hawktails how that function now, but anyway, so yeah.
Anna, how long is their basic? Instead of 6 weeks, is it like 6 years?
Oh yeah, oh definitely. First of all, I have it that elves function roughly the first century or so. They are youngsters. They still have a soul, so they still sleep as humans do and stuff. So they're seen as babies by adults. They're like they're youngsters that need to be protected, so they can roam the countryside, have fun at home, and make new elves and stuff. That's when they're young. That's what they do the first century, and not when they're big, but so they learn the ropes, so to speak, and so they basically go to elven school, and then when they're roughly a century old, that's when the grown-ups are telling that now you can't fool around and whatever. Now you need to get a job and cut your hair and become a real elf, start fending for yourself and fending for the realm and be useful, so to speak, and that's when they usually grow up enough that then they stop sleep and you get the reverie. And that's a sign of them being adult. And they usually have a ceremony when they have their first reverie and stuff, and they get and that's where I want to start the players. They've been roaming, just be carefree, had fun, have had their childhood. And now they're starting to that's when you can acquire levels, and they're starting to be someone, so to speak.
Time to get a job.
Exactly, get a job and start learning the hard stuff. Meaning they already have knowledge of things, so they will get stuff because they're elves. But then they will start earning XP and have they will have an XP budget. So we'll give them a little bit, so they can already pick up stuff. But now they're getting serious, and then they will be sent to boot camp, and that might be for a while, so to speak. And the first thing will be on training missions. Usually we will have it in the southern Welkwood, so it's close to the sus, just to get a feel for the danger and stuff. And first there will be training missions against mock-up targets, so to speak. They build little orc camps and stuff like that, and then they have to infiltrate and then get their butts kicked a few times. And after that, they will go on their first
fun
real
too.
mission into the sus, so to speak. When they feel like they've done, then they will send them out in a pre-scouted area. So they will have the experienced elf will simply say, well, first you have to go and mesh in an area that has already been reconned and searched. There are no really dangerous enemies, and then they have to fight it. And if they survive that and unscathed and don't screw up, then they will go for be part of a real mission. Usually, I will send them on a mission to support another big mission, so to speak. So they might do distractions. They might be the one providing covering fire and providing intelligence on the side and stuff like that. So the main force is going to attack something, and it will be their thing to go on the sides to make sure that no big danger is coming or stuff like that support. And then I'm thinking they're like fourth, fifth level, and that's when they will be sent in to do some real mission more on their own, so to speak. But fifth,
They
sixth level.
they graduate from the LPOP to the assault team.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Now they're out there in the wild, and they're part of a real field unit that go on real missions and stuff. So yep. And then then they will be doing it's sussing it out in the sus forest, so to speak, for a while. And then I think when they're probably, if I make it and we play long enough so they reach about 10th level, that's when they will be considered real veterans, and they will go up against tougher enemies and do real missions. And now they're considered soldiers of the realm, so to speak. They can be relied upon, and they can do things, and they will get fancy equipment and stuff like that. And there will be another ceremony and stuff like that. And then I will send them probably Dim Forest, and I want to go to Valley of the Mage for some serious stuff. And then that will be almost like another boot camp. Now it's their turn to do scouting missions and support missions and stuff, because now they're going up against real shit, so to speak, really tough stuff. So now they will be the beginners on the sidelines again. That will be for the second chapter or third chapter of the first training chapter, and then the first live chapter. Then comes training all over again, because now they will be the beginners, the newbies, so to speak.
Would
Yeah.
you make them all like fighter and ranger type classes, or would they be able to be like a straight mage if they wanted?
That they will be up to them what they want. If they want to focus on learning magic or just be the best archer in the world or whatever, that's up to the players, what they want to focus on. They can say, I want to be a mix of I want to learn to fight this well, and I want to learn this type of magic or whatever. That's very much up to the players. They can shape their characters to what role they want to play in a war party and in doing things, so to speak. And especially since elves, they want to have characters or elves with a vast swathe of skills and knowledge and stuff. So you assume, and I also think that elves assume that some of them would start learning fighting first and magic later, or vice versa, or whatever. So multi-class, multiple knowledge wide knowledge is probably and they have lots of time too. So meaning as characters, not in game, but maybe not during the campaign. We'll see. But that's kind of the plan. And then if we play really long term, they will go up against some of the really big threats that faces the Elven realm of Selene eventually, when they're like 15 to 18th level, they will see the real enemy that they're fighting in and stuff. So that's my general layout plan for an Elven campaign. Yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Doesn't sound like a sandbox to me, Anna.
It's kind of I have only vague ideas where these are where I would suggest they're going, so to speak. But
Right.
if
I
they
got
want to go and raid the Pomarsh, okay, I have to do more detailing in the
it.
Pomarsh.
Okay.
Yeah, because they might want to say, well, we love the sus forest so much, we want to hang out here and kill everything. Then okay, then here we go. I just have to expand
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
map that way.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yep.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yep. So now, right now, I'm planning to have an idea of what is my version of Valley of the Mage and what is hanging out there, and how's that tying
I
into
know it's
the
so
and dim forest and stuff. So
so
that is,
hard to
yeah. Mm-hmm.
know what to
That's
use on Valley
yeah.
of the Mage.
And also for me, this is my challenge as a world builder and GM to figure out what is my take on these things, meaning the Elven realm, the Valley of the Mage, the history that ties in, the ancient Vecna Empire, all sorts of cool stuff can fit in here that I want to kind of dig deep into.
I just made elves from the Valley of the Mage have like different coloration. They tend to have yellow
Mm-hmm.
eyes and tend to be neutral
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to chaotic good.
Yep.
Well, that's actually written in some of the books
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
there
Yep.
on that.
And that's another thing I need to start thinking about. Okay, what's my take on the Valley Elves and how they fit in? But yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's kind
I
of strange,
Yep.
isolated.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if it's me, because that Veil of the Mage adventure was so terrible, right? And it
Exactly.
had
I agree.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't.
I don't listen
It
to
was
that one.
exact same here. I don't listen to
but
that one
I have
either.
no interest in the Valley of the Mage. It's weird. I don't know if it's just because
I
It's a
it's
haven't
great
had
place to be
until
from.
now.
It's a great place to be from because you're not limited by any canon of what you're like.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. It's true.
You can be like, because it basically is, it's like an arch match says this area is mine. Don't come in unless I invite
Mm-hmm.
you.
Yeah.
Boom, and then they're kind of isolated, and so
Right. But
it
yeah,
can kind of be whatever you want it to be.
yeah, yeah.
That's and because they're weird, they fit into my behind the enemy lines game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's so. Oh man, I hate Duergar as player characters, man. Tried it once, right? You have a Grey Dwarf as a player. You had
Yeah, he
one.
was a cleric,
Yeah, that's what I
fighter
had
cleric.
too. That's what I had too. I mean, they're
He was a
immune to
fighter
like
cleric, and
all
remember
illusions.
though, you had two drow,
Yeah, two
you
half-ogres.
had
That's great.
one gray dwarf, you had two half ogres, second generation half ogres. So they're all sporting infravision beyond 60 feet. And so the party would move mostly at night with them
Right.
kind of
Okay.
encircling the party, moving forward quietly through the woods. They're seeing everybody way before they get seen.
How do half-ogres move quietly?
Well, they're moving. Well, they're moving along, but
I,
like,
I,
when you're moving along, you're bumping into stuff in the dark. When you see, you can kind of move without
yeah.
making obvious clumping noises. But they would use slings. The half ogres used slings, and they had lead
Slings, huh?
a
Okay.
lead. When the party was a little bit higher level, they had a lead bullet that the cleric would cast continual light on, and then they would coat it with clay, and it would harden. And then so when they slung and if they hit something really hard, it would crack the clay off and illuminate the
Oh, that's
area
interesting.
they
Oh,
slammed
that's a
into.
cool one.
That's
Yeah.
a cool idea.
And then
Mm-hmm.
of course, then all the non-human, all the non-super infrared people could see. And usually, if it's at night, it's a group of orcs or whatever. Then they're all infravision's all ruined, and they're all sitting there in this in the bright light.
I like that idea much more than your Beholder Eye Dust one.
That's a
I,
advanced level.
I'm kidding.
It's a lot harder to get beholder dust than continue light, Jay.
Yeah, I know. I just was, I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
You threw that on me, but I took it on like the
Yeah.
wind that
Well,
shears.
it helped to crit him twice in the first round.
Yeah, I know. It did.
That was terrible.
It wasn't terrible. It was glorious. Uh, so Priestly Greyhawk's a great city adventuring place. Tim's done stuff there. I've done stuff there. Um, Tim ran also. I already said it. The
The Veiled
Rally one,
Society.
Veiled Society one. Yeah, that was really good. Um, I forget where we were when you ran that. Like what?
That was in
Wilderlands?
that wasn't in Greyhawk.
That was the
It was
Wilderlands one. Yeah,
yeah,
but that would you could fit that in a lot of cities here in Greyhawk. I think that would work. And there's a lot of
yeah.
multi third party publications that like Dale mentioned you could use also. But like for me, it's like I like to look for other places that are interesting that interest me. And Harby has always interested me
Mm-hmm.
as a starting point because it's messed up. I mean that in the most endearing way, right? There's only so many family surnames. They're all run by women. The throne of wood's there. The judiciary's corrupt. There's a lot of evil characters here. They're always trying to figure out a way to get Greyhawk out of their city, right?
Yep.
There's the slavers coming in and out. There's piracy all over the place here, and there's just all sorts of little
Yep.
problems
Yeah. And Jay, I
always.
think you mentioned something that was part of that reasoning that I think is really important. And that is that you don't have to go to a new place. You can start over
Oh
in
yeah,
the same place. And especially if you do sandbox style, because then you already done the prep work. 90% of the prep work is done. So then you can start over again with a new story, a new party, new characters, and a new story in the same environment later on. So you don't have to invent the wheel by going
yeah,
across the world and do something else. You can simply, well, you can pick up the general story and have new antagonists, new part of the story, and new characters, and
yeah.
yeah,
No, and that's what I did. Well, that allows for old characters to interact with new characters, and
exactly. Then you can bring them in again, either as NPCs or bring the players playing them as a kind
yeah,
of a yeah. Mm-hmm.
or not retire them and use them. Oh yeah, let's run an
Oh
11th
yeah.
level adventure
Mm-hmm.
now instead of running our
Yep.
thirds.
Yep.
To change things up.
Mm-hmm.
Harvey's always been a favorite of mine because of all just it's not
The
Greyhawk.
bad neighborhood.
It's a bad neighborhood. It's a bad neighborhood. But there's a lot of noble, there's a lot of opportunity here as well. And you have the Luby map stuff here, and then you have this map is from Earth Journal 10. So I kind of merged them both together, and that's why all this color coding is all over this map. I kind of cross-referenced them both. It took me forever to do it, but so I got that all done up, and I think it works well with that. And plus, you have all the stuff around it from the slavers reference, right, and stuff from also there's a ton of stuff here from the ashes all over the place running out, and there's bad stuff here. I mean, Star Cairns is boring, right? But if you could run that, and then the two after that, well, Doomgrinder's not that close. Look, Crypts of Lizinger, the Mad. You even have more Castle not far away, right? Which is really run that. Mornicane's Fantastic Adventure, and you got all these other locations. I love this area, and that ties into then going into the Wild Coast, which I know someone just mentioned. Um, So Tim, like when we were playing, if you remember, early 80s, what were the two number one and two locations for character PCs to come from?
Wild Coast
That's one.
and
That's
ID.
well, yeah, ID
Okay.
for you, yes.
ID.
You were ID,
Wow.
yes. You were ID. Three was Keeland. Yeah. So Wild Coast was number one. All the legendary first edition characters from that campaign come from the Wild Coast. Because people don't want to be beholden to a government or
Freedom.
something like that. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Um, and a lot of times we didn't mention the towns, but we had some from Fax, Badwall. I think one was from Safeton. Never had anyone from Narwhal, but then I started running the two groups in Narwhal. I have because once again I think it's a real rich area as well. And there's maps. There's maps on it. They're not great maps, but they still exist. And there's a lot to develop up, and that's what I think as far as all the genius, all the stuff maybe that you're not a fan of with Carl Sargent stuff is there's good stuff that he did, and like so we only use and when we go to Narwhal and we run our Narwhal group, we only use this little sliver up here. This is it. This area up here is all we use from that K
Now that
over.
looks like a planned city. That looks like a modern planned city.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
the
I
map's
don't
not.
like that map at
No.
all. But
Well,
there's
so
some good elements on the map, but the design of it, yeah,
if
the
it
city.
was I mean, was it a planned city? Does that fit the
No,
story,
I don't
or it
think
just
No,
so.
kind of
not at
grew up?
all. Not at all.
Usually,
But
when they grow up, there's like a central area, and then all the
Mhm.
roads just kind of
Yep.
branch off of it, and
Mhm.
it's all haphazard.
does that
Yep.
look like a planned city though to you, Tim?
No,
No. Well,
the
that's
HOA would be really
yeah.
all over you.
That's my
Yeah, they
Narwhal.
have.
That's that
Mhm.
section of the map on the table and for Narwhal. Yep. So we
Right,
have
but that doesn't match the map.
it does in that corner. It does for what we use it for, not in that
Sure,
upper
sure.
corner. It doesn't meet the whole thing, but yeah,
I,
it's good.
I
It's good.
I think sometimes you're better off, instead of showing little buildings, you're better off doing what they do on military maps, is they just show like a red area or a browned out area, and it just indicates a built up area. It's an
Right.
area that's full of buildings and stuff, and it's large enough. You don't need to map it all out. You know what I mean? You
No,
just need
you
to
don't.
map the one little street, the one little spot that you're using for the game.
That's
The rest
exactly
of it
it.
can be theater of
This
the mind mostly.
this is like 3 by 3 blocks on the
Yeah,
table. That's it
yeah.
for the whole thing. And this goes so old that when we first did it, look at all the old buildings. This is pre 3D print era here, right? Before we're starting to this is it. All these hand built buildings by Bill, and then some miniature building authority buildings, and the old look. It looks like the railroad track tile roads we used to use with no underlays. I mean, that's how far back we go with this. Yeah, so I got some old pictures here of what we did back then, and then but like Norwell's been fun because it can go into a lot of other areas. And if you want like something that's third party, and here I'll bring this up, even though this person's been a little off lately on Twitter. Anyone know who I'm talking about? Of course, now I'm not gonna be able to find it. I got the cover. Where is the adventure? We put it together into one word. I know I have it on my computer. Nope. Well, I'll just show it then. I'll just show the cover. There you go. Right. Hey, what's up, Rachel? How are you? The Dark Druids. Now, this is something that Rob Kuntz has worked on for a long time, and he's got an area that is very similar to the Wild Coast in his own maps, because it talks about the Robilar and all where he's off to. It's an easy connection for me for the southern gnarly forest. The Dark Druids are that's where I have them in this. And this is an adventure. It's actually got two adventures in it, but it's also got all the stats and all the abilities and all the ceremonies and rituals and demons and all the stuff that the Dark Druids use. So it's something I recommend. Hey, Lindsay, how are you? Yes, and that's Dark Druids. And you look, the Adventures for Cat members, and I've thrown Dark Druids now a little bit into the Altamira area too, into Sus. Like they're getting smart now. They're getting their butts kicked up in the gnarly, so they're kind of spreading out a little bit. Wouldn't you do that same thing if you're getting your butts kicked all over? No neutrality there, pure evil. You got it, Bill. Absolutely 100%. So I give Rob his credit on this. And I guess you could make Dark Druid PCs.
Maybe they're just misunderstood, Jay.
They are misunderstood. They are very misunderstood. They don't worship like the old Flan gods either. They worship demons. Yeah, or
Well, that's not
they worship daemons like the Oino daemon, or
that's not natural.
to them it is. Yes, Dark Druids are nasty. So, and I enjoy it. And so using that in a new starting campaign um, in this area just makes sense.
You could play Dark Druids without making them that evil, just by the fact that making them druids that just enforce things in a very, very, very forceful way,
You
right?
could, I mean, you can do
Instead of
that
just
too.
being like, "Oh, we're here for balance," they'll be like, "We're going to make these trees get up and you know, while you're camping out, the trees are gonna animate and attack you and beat you to death." And
Yeah, Dark Druids see anything like cities, stone buildings as bad, right? So like the dark druids are out there, and they're like they really, they
But demons love those things. They love cities.
no, no,
Yeah, that's where you can get the most bang for your
Mm-hmm.
buck in the whole
Yep.
turning to people to
There are more
yield.
souls to
you,
harvest
Yeah,
there
yeah.
than out in the
you're
wilderness. Yeah, I
missing the
agree with
point.
Tim.
There's
Yep.
You're
more
missing the
Mm-hmm.
crime
point.
and evil per capita in a big
Yep.
giant
Mm-hmm.
city.
Yep. More
Yeah, but
immoral stuff going on in cities than anywhere else.
Hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
yeah, but
Somebody's
that's
out in the wilderness, they don't have any money. They're just living primitive. You don't
Yep.
have any.
Mm-hmm.
You're destitute and desperate in
Yep.
a city with no
Mm-hmm.
money.
You want the greedy, the depraved and stuff. There you find them in
Look,
big
Jay, you're just gonna
cities. Yep.
trust me and Anna know evil a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more than you.
Exactly.
deep breath. I know, I know. Yeah, I love that
I don't
laugh.
make the rules, Jay. Sorry.
Nope,
I
exactly.
understand that, but yeah.
Now we screwed up the dark druids too. Yep.
Thank you, Bill. Pure primal chaos demons. Yes. Yep. So if you're going to start something here, just note that they hang out in the tickling feather. No, that definitely not.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That
Hmm.
definitely not there. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna talk to Ed when he gets back from EggCon. About what he and Tiffany talked about after I pulled that fast one on him last week during the 24-hour stream. So, but all right. So just another area that I've always started in is Narwhal. You got Greyhawk. You got Heartbeat, Altamira, Narwhal. Fun spots. Is that who's? Oh, uh-oh.
What happened?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Aha! Curtis is in Maine. He keeps on sending me texts. Yeah, I guess he's probably on West Coast time. Doesn't realize we're live now. So the hound, the tickling feather. So yeah. All right. So other things to other things to consider. Let me yeah, there
You
live
can
by the
fix a
way.
city really good. Get a bunch of druids casting call lightning. Then you go ahead and do produce fire and start setting all the thatched buildings on fire.
Yeah. Okay. So give me an example in Greyhawk. Give me an example why six 12th level druids would travel to Greyhawk and obliterate it.
I didn't say Greyhawk. Come on. Let's have some sense here.
All right, well, give me an example of a city
You,
where.
you a city that's encroaching on the woods somewhere.
Okay, all right, good. Let's use divers as an example. There's woods right here.
The free city of Divers is a massive city. Come on,
Okay,
you gotta pick it to scale. Come on.
okay.
How many thatched buildings are in
I
Divers?
don't know. I don't know. I just
Yeah, it's a built up area. It's got, tile
no,
tile shingles.
no.
Come on.
First off, it sounds
How about Narwhal?
yeah. Well, why? Well, the dark druids are fighting. If you
Yeah,
were
they could just show up there, get that lightning blasting some stuff, rock to mud under the edge of towers, dropping that things, causing them to fall
there
in.
are no towers in Narwhal. There
You
are no
understand my point.
towers.
You understand my point. They can
I
really make
understand
things
your
go.
point, but once again, um, gosh, how do I say this to you and Anna without yes, without, I know you're busting my stones here. Um, didn't John and Bill Druid assault a fort we call lightning? Yes, during the barbarian campaign in the snow barbarian and ice barbarian lands. Yes,
Hmm.
they did, but that was like three of them, two or three of them.
Yeah,
Druids
but if you
don't
get several overwatching, they can hit it every 10 minutes. A blast hits.
Druids don't go and hang out like and party together. Most druids are reclusive.
That's it. I'm starting a new group. All have to have a druid class.
Yes.
It's like the old rule: you can only have, what was it, like two reindeers in the party, otherwise they
Three.
get angry at
Yeah.
three.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
That
I don't believe in that rule.
that's
But
a Lord of the Rings
yeah,
crossover
until Aragorn
Yeah.
thing.
called the whole Grey Company and there was it was hundreds of them.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah, but
But
yeah,
the
that's true.
that's just basically someone thought Rangers were too overpowered and they were worried people would try to overpower with a bunch of Rangers, but
Yeah.
We're way past that by now.
I thought that it was because that the Rangers were so never seen much at all in Middle Earth that they go, well, there's no reason there should be 3 in one party, more than 3 in one party. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know. I never got that line in the original Player's
It's an
Handbook.
arbitrary balance move.
It
Just
was. It
it's a game
was.
mechanic to balance something that's unnecessary. You can have plenty of high power fighters, and Rangers aren't as good because their stats have to be so high in some areas that usually you sacrifice good dexterity or something in the other areas.
And a lot of it is, and we might as well talk about this with new characters. So here is the 6 classes, races, and classes of the new characters that I have. 6 out of 7, because one I'm not allowed to divulge for Saturday. Okay. We already know about Briar of Thorndale, and there's, by the way, there. Here, let me go to a bigger screen.
What is this for Saturday? Is
This
this
is
the
a new
bad
group.
group?
This is a new group. I have one brand new player.
Is this the bad group?
No. These are all third and fourths. I got one completely she's never played before in the campaign. Right. So Myriad's got this character here, and this is Briar of Thronedale. Now Ashton's from Thronedale. Jasiah, Bill's favorite character in all campaign, Jasiah is from Thronedale, right? And that's custom artwork done by Myriad. Really beautiful. Wild Mage, 3rd level, Grey Elf, Wild Mage.
Ooh.
What's wrong with that?
I don't like wild mages.
Well, you're a purist. Erin has an unnamed halfling female specialized dual wielding fighter. Halfling. Specialized with hammer, secondary hand axe, short bow. Right. Tiffany's got human female specialty priestess of Ilmater.
She's like very handy. She's got an axe, got tools, axe and a hammer.
Yeah. she wants to. Who do you hate, Bill? You hate the halfling? You hate her. I don't know who he hates. Well, she wants to be known as the kneecapper. From the West Coast, I think Jeff is there. Hey, Jeff.
Hello.
So we got a human female specialty priestess of Ilmater. We have a human male inquisitor, paladin subclass. Right?
Does he like to ask people questions?
Well, you have to ask Rob that. We also have. How you doing out there? You in Washington State?
I am in Washington State.
Awesome.
Yes, last
Jeff's got
day.
something we're going to share in a minute because we don't know how long he'll be on. And with Tim, we're going to show you what he's got going on for a new, because it starts at 1st level, right? Your 10 stuff starts at 1st. Jeff, correct?
Jeff, he's talking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your 10 stuff.
My 10 stuff starts at level 1.
There you go. Human male inquisitor, half elf female, cleric, mage, thief. Triple class.
What class? What deity?
Hanali Selenol.
I don't know the elf ones. Is that
The
compatible
goddess of
with
romantic
stealing?
love and beauty.
How is that
Love.
go with stealing?
Okay.
Well, shaky.
Why is that shaky? Maybe she won't steal. Maybe she'll just use her abilities for backstabbing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh
Oh
my God, Curtis won't stop.
Well, all's fair in love and war, I guess. So,
That's
yeah.
it. So, and then the NPC is I believe a human male ranger. And then I can't tell the last one because it took a lot of convincing me to allow it. And I'm worried that it's going to go off the rails.
The halfling wizard, huh?
No. Just think of what Jay really thinks was stupid to put in a party as a player character, and then that'll answer your question.
An assassin?
No. This is a good group. What's the dumbest class? Not the dominatrix. What's the dumbest class I have? Yes, touch. You probably know who it is. Someone wants to play a freaking jester.
Oh,
Yes, it's a jester.
think it should be Jester Assassin.
Just a straight
Oh,
jet. It's gonna go. It's gonna go off
They
the
need to.
rails.
Well, hopefully they've read Ivanhoe, so they kind of like see what Wamba, son of Witless, in Ivanhoe
Wamba is awesome in
is
Ivanhoe. Yeah, I
is
love
great.
Wamba.
I said to him, I
Yeah,
said, I think you're gonna get bored, man. Oh no,
yeah.
no, there's no
No,
way. I'm like,
Wamba is so. Oh, I love Wamba in
Wamba.
Ivanhoe. It's so good. It's
Yeah, it's
awesome. Yeah.
gonna be brutal.
Especially when he gets sad at the end. That's the. Oh, it's so good. Yeah,
Ivanhoe.
When he
All right.
dresses up as a priest and sneaks in, he's
yeah.
what do I do when they say something? Say Pax Vobiscum.
Pax Vobiscum and yep.
That's
Yeah.
all he knows in
I
Latin.
want to. I need to watch Ivanhoe again. It's such a good movie. Yeah.
Which year is that from? Is that the original Ivanhoe?
79, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I
70,
was gonna
78,
say early.
79.
I was gonna say early '80, but
Yeah,
early.
I
Is
think it
that
was
the one where
around.
he's jousting and he hates the one guy and he jousts with the and he hits
Yep.
everyone with the blunt, but him he hits with the
Yep.
point?
Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
I saw it.
Yep. It's one of the best tournament
Yeah.
scenes in any movie
Right.
ever done, in my opinion.
Right. Why not just give it as a class if you don't want people playing it? Because I like it as an NPC, Dad.
Ah.
Mm.
Do you have any classes that are strict NPC
Yes.
or
I would want to
Okay.
play an assassin pretending to be a jester.
That's it. That's it.
That's just perfect, Tim. Yes. Yeah.
I'd be like, "Can I have a drink? Let me borrow you. Let me take a sip of your drink."
No one would suspect.
And then I would go ahead as I sip it. I would drop the poison out of a capsule out of my nose right into the drink. Thank you.
Well, I'll give him that idea. But this
Tell you
character,
what,
this
if you
character
really
was
want, if you
spurned.
really want the hat trick, Jester, Illusionist, Assassin.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to.
Well, if you're an
Why not?
assassin,
You cover
that
all the
would
bases.
make me
Yep.
start doing drugs hours earlier
you're-
than I normally do at night.
if you're an
Yeah.
assassin, you can disguise yourself and act like
Oh
a
my God.
jester.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
No one suspects the jester.
So yeah, I don't have the Smith class at Radical, but I have the Sentinel class, and they stand there and guard, and I'm like, no, you can't be a PC of a Sentinel, right, Tim? You know, because you hire them out to protect your protect.
You guys
your stuff.
adventure. I'll stand here in front of your treasure and wait.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you could hire one and bring, and he basically pulls guard all night.
Yeah, but as a PC,
Yes, Jay, he could.
he's gonna stand guard. Well, that
Maybe
sounds
he's
like a lot
between
of fun.
jobs. He's between.
That sounds like
He's between contracts, so he's like, "Yeah, I'll go with you guys.
I
My
think you can
friends
have
from
a
childhood are want me to go
you
with
can
them.
have
Sure, I'll
any
hang
you can
out."
have a fighter do that. You can have any class do that. You don't need to have a specific
But a sentinel does it really well.
Yeah, I know. That's all they do well, though. They don't fight. You know, they don't fight well. Oh my gosh, it's yeah.
Alert! Alert!
So here, all right. So Jeff,
Yeah.
There we go. Tell us about the Web of Chaos. Here we go.
Oh, the Web of Chaos
There we go.
is a reimagining of a lot of the classic modules, going back the B series modules, and right now what you're seeing is First Strands. That's the first 4 chapters. That's basically the B series modules. They've been completely rewritten to be a cohesive story starting at level 1 with In Search of the Unknown, which is called Into the Unknown. And actually there's a prequel, Web of Chaos, which sets the whole party up of how did we get here. This is set in the Duchy of the Ten, and it's set before everything goes to hell in a handbasket in Greyhawk in 574. B1's the first story where you're going through Cascaton, but there's threads of what happened to Rogan and Zeligar. That leads you to B2, which is Beyond the Borderlands. Now, B2 is a fantastic module in and of itself. Although there are some things in Caverns of Chaos that are a little like, wait, what? Rewrote that to begin to expand the mystery. And then the 3rd chapter, which I literally just finished this weekend, is Harbinger in the Highlands. And that is a complete reimagining of Horror on the Hill.
Oh, see, look, we already talked about that. That's awesome. Yeah.
Wilderness Adventure. Now, I took a cue from Jay's earlier shows where he's talked about dragons. Specifically about dragons are overused. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jay. But the dragons really need to be amped up as something potent, something to be dreaded, something to be not your everyday, you just go bumping into dragons. So there's a green dragon that's lurking through the wilderness portion. You never get to run into the dragon, but you see the evidence of the dragon. In
I like
fact, I
it.
even wrote an article on how the dragon's breath weapon enhances the forest and creates this kind of cyclical um, ecocycle, also with some of the creatures. And so you have to basically find out what's going on from Caves of Chaos. Something starts in Caves of Chaos that you're hot on the trail, which leads you up into the mountains to a monastery. In Horror on the Hill, the monastery really isn't defined. It's more of a back piece. Here, I've specifically made it into a mountain vigil monastery of Zodal and Alator, gods of healing and peace.
Interesting.
And that monastery was placed there for a very, very specific reason. And there's a hallway that I specifically is a nod to Tim with some of his proclivities because
Tongue
the monastery
removal?
has been completely overrun, but the hallway is completely filled with carnage. There's body parts all over the place. There's blood stains where they shouldn't be on the ceilings and walls, and
Mhm.
everything is perfectly pristine. And that's usually a hint that all is not well. The last, and that takes you to the last adventure. Beyond the Borderlands also starts to bring some early characters in. Lareth the Beautiful from Village of
Really?
Hamlet. Yeah, that's Lareth on the front cover, on the right in the plate mail with the
Good looking
elemental
guy right
eye.
there.
Yeah,
Aha.
he's hot. You know, he's been in a boy band and he's done his tour. And now he's ready to sow some chaos. But
Wow.
you meet Lareth right when he's being recruited by Lolth, and he is on the edge of his faith, and your party sends him over the edge to the Elder
Oh, I love
Elemental
it.
God, or rather, sends him over to Lolth, away from the Elder Elemental God. So there's little hints at things
Oh,
that
she's
DMs
hotter.
can.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the story, and each of those it'll start you at level 1 and finish at about level 6, 5, 6. And the next one that I'm working on right now, actually, because why stop, is the Lost City. That's going to be a complete reimagining. There's going to be a lot of Earthland stuff. Um, in the Lost City, it's interesting because the Lost City, it's that inverted ziggurat, which is a monster zoo, and you get to the end of the module, and there's this whole other city that's completely undefined other than a drawing, and saying, "Hey, go have fun." Well, I'm in the process of designing the city and changing a few things with Zargon and what how he got to be. He'll actually be a link to S3 and the Barrier Peaks. But
Jeff, somebody did ask in chat
yep,
if there's in the Carnage hallway, is there any tongue lying around?
Tongue
Or are
removal.
all
Yeah.
the tongues missing?
specifically no, but that's a good point, and that could be revised just for you.
Yes, and it is fifth edition because it is DM's
It
Guild
is.
approved. It's all
Yeah.
everything's approved on DM's
It
Guild. Everything he's
it's
done.
It's fifth
So
edition. I'll just say this unofficially, there does exist a 1E version. I stumbled into that in my ignorance and promptly removed it afterwards. But there are a couple of them that have already been converted to 1E for private use. But I can't,
can't
I can't give those out.
right, right. So there you go.
But that's where that's at. And after the Lost City, we start the Giant War.
And the thing about this is if you want something different, you play fifth. And you
Yep.
want an area that is not touched. I've never touched 10, right? But
Yeah.
it's in existing locations that are on the 10 map.
It was a good place to start because it's destroyed. In
Right.
If you
So it doesn't
follow
matter.
the Canaan,
Yeah.
it's been destroyed. This takes a kind of a branching thing in the story where Ayuz has a little bit different role than he thinks he has, and so the 10 does, spoilers, the 10 does get messed up a bit, but not quite wrecked like it does in Ashes of Greyhawk.
Right. But it's something that you can you can do and you can edit and do whatever you want with it. So I know as
It's a
far
great
as
blank canvas.
it's
And there's a
yeah.
lot of places around that you can play political
Nistel is 10,
dynamics.
yes. Nistel's 10, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10 out of 10. So, Jeff has done a lot of work on that. Just wanted to bring that up as as he has traveled all there. It's funny. You went to West Coast, Curtis is on the East Coast now. So yeah, yeah, very, very cool. So, Jeff, as far as Tim has been hounding me on some stuff tonight. Like, he's been berating me on Dark Druids, and some other stuff. But like, all right. So give me an alt. If you Tim, give me an area that has always intrigued you in Greyhawk and where you want we'd start something, maybe off the cuff, and why. Someone mentioned us on Wednesday night, Neural. I'll give you an example. I think Neural is a great place to go and do things because it's a free city now. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's really on the Blemmo Hills and the Bone March. That
It's a
it meets that
target-rich environment.
target-rich environment.
Mhm.
Spine Castle's not far away, which is overtaken, right? The North Province of all those dickheads. Sorry, there,
And it's
Dale.
also a good enough that it's a safe haven that you
Right.
can rest and recover and
You got
all that.
elms in the Azure. You got gnomes in the Flinty Hills. You obviously have
Mhm.
dwarves in the Rakers. You got the options there. You probably have halflings around somewhere here too. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's
I
yeah.
I do like the intrigue, the Far East, the East Coast,
Yep.
Knights of the Eastern Sun. I had them coming from over
Yes,
there.
I know. You never really
So
said where they came from. We always
I
assumed they
know.
were
Well, you
Great
didn't
King.
ask.
We always assumed they were Great Kingdom MFers, but
They're further. They're further east,
yeah, they're further. Oh, so from one of the lordships, Sea
or maybe
Barons.
one somewhere on the coast.
Yeah, somewhere on the coast. Oh boy, well, that could be anywhere along the coast. They're
I
definitely
know.
barbarians.
Well, they're not like saying, "Look, here's where we live. Come kill
Right.
us."
Yes, and they all
But
ride dragons, Anna,
Mhm.
well, the big top dogs. Come on.
and they all.
Well, they're
Yes,
elves, so they live a long time. So do dragons. So
true. Yep. Lendor Isles. We haven't even talked about the Lendor Isles.
I put the Lendor Isles down on the west side near the Sea Princess. I didn't use it
Moved
out
it.
here.
Yeah,
It's too far
because
away.
it,
Was
it
too far away from everything else I wanted to do
it
for
is
my
too.
son's group.
I agree. I agree that it is too far away for anything I've done, and I have always moved L1 and L2. Don't tell Len. I guess you can't now. And L3, but like I've never run stuff on Lendor Isle. I agree.
You move them
Now,
away from Lendor. Oh God.
I
I
moved
told you
Lendor Island.
he
Oh
moved the whole
wow.
island.
Oh, damn.
I
Well,
put
we
it
got
down like the
Now
Sea
we're
Princess,
talking.
down the whole of the
well.
Sea Princess area.
Uh-oh.
You can't even show it on this map, Anna. But like the Isle of Dread's been moved 100 times.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
The
but that
Isle.
Len didn't do Isle of Dread. So
No,
yeah.
he didn't. But what I'm saying is that it's too far for me to go. Okay, we're done
Yeah.
L1,
Right.
L2, and L3. Now we're going to move
No,
back
but
to
on the other
Greyhawk.
hand, you're using it. I'm not, so I
Yeah.
Right.
don't can't say
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
I had it closer, and again, it was the seafaring group that ended up going there for a bit,
Yeah.
and they ended up they ended up almost
I
dying several times.
see. I love the Saltmarsh start idea, especially if you're going to run with the Sea Princes and the pirate issues, running down to Sassarine, which is
yeah,
with all of these, you
Anna
got,
knows this is one of my new favorite areas, Jeklia Bay.
yeah,
Yeah, there's the
absolutely,
Yeah.
sea elves out there in there.
yeah. Hmm.
I'm very tempted to do a pirate theme, although I've seen
Mm-hmm.
several really good pirate theme modules out there.
I wanted
Yeah,
to do
Bob's got some.
a seafaring campaign, but it's not worth like the boat becomes just basically kind of like the vehicle for some adventure, and that's it. I
Can
really
be.
wanted to get into some of the maritime and some of the, the details of that, but it's only worth doing if your players really want to do that. Otherwise, you're going to waste a ton of time for stuff they don't care about.
Well, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true. You need a
So
that's fair.
Tortuga. You need your own Tortuga base.
Yeah,
yeah, it
That's
becomes
cheap.
pirate base.
Yeah,
well,
there's plenty of them here.
only yeah, but there's certain things certain types of ships are going to actually do better than other types of ships in the wind. Some are better at, what I mean, some are faster, like flat bottom boats are faster, but they're paddle, the rowing power, and
I
all those
understand.
details don't matter to somebody unless they really care about it. And if your players aren't
Yeah,
that interested
free
in it,
court.
it's not worth a ton of extra effort. It's better just to use it as a
I don't
story
want to be a
vehicle.
pirate.
It's better to make it a story vehicle that you just fit into,
And
you
I
fit
do that a
in
lot.
than it is to make it,
No,
otherwise you give your boat hit points, you get structural points, different
Mm.
types of damage. It makes it slow. I mean, you do all that stuff. But if your party's not that into it,
right.
as far as having a great ship, it's not worth the effort, in my opinion.
So like I'll send them all the way down the Jewel and out into the Azure. I did that just recently, right?
Mm.
With Armed and Dangerous, and they came out, and this area
Right.
here, all these little islands out here, they had a mission there, and I had drowned ones out there and all sorts of stuff. It was fun. I'll do that occasionally, but you're right. I won't run a full base one. Even when we do our Hardby stuff, there's
Yeah,
stuff in the city. There's stuff around. That's why I love
I,
Hardby.
I
That's
gotta
why.
be, I gotta be
Mm.
honest. If you really want to do waterborne adventures, you're better off going with the Judges Guild Wilderlands because it
Well,
is a ton of ocean.
right. There is a lot of
And it's
ocean
a
in it.
ton of islands all over the place. It
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
totally. You'll be busy for all the time, and it'll be fun to do.
You got a lot of options. You do.
Yeah, I mean, it splits the whole entire,
Yeah. Absolutely.
gaming area.
I'm a fan of going there and and having that that pirate ship chasing you, or having a slaver ship chase with the yellow sail come out in the Woolly Bay, right? I love that idea as a. But can you make that the only the focus is all ship based and adventuring? That's tough. That's tough
You
for I.
can, but only if only if the characters are really going to want to do it, and then
Right.
they're going to
Yeah.
be excited about how they're going to do it, and then
Right.
they'll start,
Right.
they'll be like, "Hey, we're going to go into the wind because we have lantine sails. We can sail closer to the wind than they can. They got to tack back and forth because they have a bunch of square sails. Those losers." So then,
Just
but if you don't really care, you're not paying attention, you don't really give a shit, then there you
I'd
go.
rather if you have Kevin Costner's Catamaran for Waterworld, you're set.
It was a lantine. That was a sail. That would do good into the wind.
Really get into the wind. Yeah. So Jeff, you like that area down here in Jeckley? I mean,
I do like that as a potential source because you've got piracy aside, you've got several different things where you've got port cities, you've got jungle, you've got mountains, you've got a little bit of everything in a
oh my God.
reasonable amount of places and a good excuse to travel fast.
I just my brain just went off. What's the third Paizo Greyhawk James Jacobs one? The third adventure
The
path.
third one.
Yeah, the one starts in Sasserine.
Oh, oh, hang on a second.
My brain just shut off.
Yeah, me too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's not Age of Worms. That's the
No,
first
that's
one.
second. That's the second one. It's
yeah.
the third one, everyone.
Yeah, please save us. Yeah.
Savage Tide.
Savage
Thank
Tide.
you. Oh
Thank
my
you.
God.
Yep.
My brain went off. All right, so here
Yep.
I have the book.
Yeah, you have
Savage
Cauldron,
Tide?
the first one,
Yeah,
and
here it
then
is.
yeah.
Savage Tide.
Wow.
So this is the player's guide to the Savage Tide. Look, James Jacobs, Jason Bowman, Eric Mona. This is the third and final one before Paizo lost the license and went back to WotC. This is the end of the third
Yeah.
edition era, 3.5. And I think Sassarine's completely done in here.
Well,
Right?
yeah.
All the
It's
districts are
it's a
Sassarine.
huge
Yeah,
city,
yeah.
but lots of stuff.
Just
So
get you
I think it
started.
should. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And with this, every
See,
single one of them, and you can is in all the dungeons. The entire line, I think it's 12 to 14 adventures. Dude, Ships in the Sea, that's a great
It
book.
went through a whole year of dungeon magazines.
Yeah.
That's good.
I have
A
that
lot of
one
good
too.
stuff in that.
I have
A
that
lot
one
of good
too.
stuff in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Savage Tide.
Savage Tide, the third and final.
I might have that only in PDF.
Yeah. Oh, I only have it in
Yeah.
PDF.
I have them all.
Yeah, but remember, they're all in dungeons. Every adventure's in Dungeon Magazine.
Yeah,
It was not published
and
anywhere else.
No, and they also had companion articles in the Dragon magazine for
Right.
DMs and
Yep.
backstories and stuff.
Absolutely.
Also to remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Freehold's cool too. Freehold, I have that too. If you want to do a pirate campaign and start off on that, hold on one second. This is Freeport. It is. This
I wouldn't be surprised if there's still prints available to buy on Paizo Store of
yeah, there
these
could
Dragon
be.
magazine
Let me
and
see.
Dungeon magazines because they still have some issues, I think. They were available not that many years ago. They were available in
Can
print.
I can I just point out what Moose said about when I said the square sale losers?
Yeah.
He said the square sale losers, a great adventuring group name.
It is.
Anyway, that made me laugh so hard. I just wanted to mention
This is
it.
who wrote this one?
Oh,
Oh my,
it's
Pramus. It was Chris Pramus.
Chris Pramus. Yeah, he
Yes.
talked about it when we had him on.
Yeah, this is
Yep.
Freeport. This is available. It's in Pathfinder edition, which is
Yeah.
third.
And he had a placement in mind on the World of Greyhawk for
Yeah, the
that. And that
Barons.
yeah,
No,
the city of Mahan in the
right.
lordship
The Lordship
of the
Isles. Yeah,
Isles. Yep. Hmm.
yeah. They look
That
like
was his
Murlocs.
idea of using the
Ooh.
Freeport for
Yeah.
the city of Mahan. Yep.
This book is 545 pages long. Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah. So if you want a good start point
Thorough.
for sea basing things,
Yep.
it's here.
Yep.
This was, like I said, Pramus has it placed in Greyhawk. You can
Oh yeah.
place it
So
anywhere.
yep. Hmm.
I think it's too big for blue. I think that was an issue.
Yeah,
We talked
but
about it's too
yeah,
big
and
for
it's also
blue.
good.
But
Mahan,
hold
it
on, I got
becomes
one
its
for
own
blue.
thing over there, so you can
Let me see if I
really
can find it.
go wild. Yep.
I'm gonna see now. I'm gonna stand up and try and locate this.
Oh,
There's another. There's a Troller Games one that is very. I know it's in this pile. Oh man, it's gonna drive me crazy. I think that's not it. Anyone know which city I'm talking about?
city for what?
There's a city in Troller Games has that is would fit for blue. Um,
Don't know.
it's a pirate city. So now it's gonna drive me nuts. Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. And I have it. Oh, there it is. Escadia. Free City of
Okay.
Escadia. It's at the very
Uh-huh.
bottom. Here, let me see if I have it in PDF. So this is the one I think would work for blue. And we're talking about the Pomarsh. Okay. This is the Free City of Scadia.
There's a magazine,
Was it Escadia? No, maybe it wasn't
A
Escadia. There was
Pirate's
another
Life
one.
for me was a adventure.
No, yeah. Yes, they said it. That's not that one. There's another city. I'll have to find it. It wasn't Escadia.
What's the Savage Coast from?
Savage Coast. That's Forgotten
Yeah.
Realms.
Yeah, I didn't
Right.
notice that
Yeah.
either. That I didn't realize that they crossed gaming systems with Greyhawk stuff,
Well,
like
they
Freeport.
they and
This is not official
it's
Greyhawk,
not
but
official.
no.
Oh,
It's not
yeah, because
official.
somebody in chat had asked that. Agrabah Dragon
Yeah.
had said
Yeah,
that.
But it's
yeah,
also from that era when
Hey.
during the 4E era
Yeah.
when D&D was in a dip and
What is it?
Pathfinder was
Oh,
really
so they're
selling
trying to
well.
basically license it out to
Mhm.
just generate some attention. Okay.
Well, they
And
were doing third-party stuff for Pathfinder was really popular back then.
yeah,
Yeah.
Savage Coast is definitely Forgotten Realms. But a lot of the stuff that was out, and Eric Mona's huge Greyhawk guy. They
Yeah.
all these guys came from TSR or Wizards when they're running Greyhawk stuff in that early
Mhm.
2000s.
Yep.
And they did a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, we're
that's not
talking
it, Lando.
2008 to 2012 before 5E came out. Yeah.
There is a city that is looks like it's overlooking a bay. It's got up on the cliffs. You're looking down on the cover. I'm not going to be able to find it now. I have it. And I'm like, this could be blue. So yeah. But yeah, we're getting off on a tangent here, but that's good. Tangents are good.
Yeah. It was good that
Tangent,
you mentioned it. It's
yeah,
mhm.
yeah, of other stuff. And I, for me, I will always use stuff from Judges Guild from my Gary Hulk all the time. Oh my God, it's gonna drive me crazy now. See, now I'm gonna drive myself insane. What? And because my folder for My folder for Troll Lord is so huge that it could be,
What she said.
ha! Yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. But it was cool looking. I'm like, oh, this is perfect for blue. So yeah,
Oh.
I'll take a look. But the Skady is at the very bottom, and I'm not gonna. The whole pile will fall on me, and I'll crush myself. So all right. What questions does the audience have, or ideas, or any of you have any other want to talk about?
City of Greyhawk. Did we
Yeah.
mention that?
Oh, just a little bit, just the tip of
Yeah,
the tip of the
I
iceberg.
missed the big
Yeah.
discussion. I
big
recently started
discussion,
doing
so
a series
please.
of one-shots based out of one of the lesser quarters of City of Greyhawk, and I think that's always untapped. I mean, even just from our session a couple of weeks ago with Tim in the city state of the Invincible Overlord, I mean, you've got city. So you can always
Mm-hmm.
find some really amazing base work out of a city, whether you're a thief or a bard or anything really.
And that is, you know, my Altamira came because of I loved Fisher Greyhawk box set so much. I think it's still. I know the map is lacking, but I love the Fisher Greyhawk box set. I think it's one of the best publications they ever did. The detail of the characters and the development and the organizations and the unions and all the subquests and all the bad organizations and the history and all. I think it's just fantastic. I really think that it's one of the best things they ever did. And we got Rick Rose on, and the story is that he and Carl Sargent did it in one weekend, which is just
What was
Wow.
shocking.
this? What was it? What was the thing you're talking about?
What do you mean?
The thing you said is the greatest thing. I missed the
Oh,
title.
Free City
City of
Grout
Greyhawk.
box set.
All right, okay, the whole box set.
Yeah, City Grout box set. Here it is. Yep, that's just
That's
it.
all.
All of it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to find. I got stuff all over. I have so much up and here it is.
You go to a little thing called search.
No, that's for Grout box. I know, but
You
you got to know what
type in.
you have to know what the title name
Yeah, he
is.
needs AI just to find his way around his own computer
If you
during
don't
That's
this
why I put some
have,
stuff in a folder called adventures.
dude, I have 1,198 adventures I've run so far. Right?
You've done some of those. You've done some more than once.
It doesn't matter. I got
Oh,
stuff.
it's still a tiny amount.
Yes.
Of the ones you've redone.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. I don't know why it's not there. Why it's not there, the box set for it. It normally is right there. Okay. Well, yeah, I love it. Jeff, I agree 100% on that. What's up there, Jeremy? So if we, but my user says Rotic. If you're going to go to Rotic, then you're going to, I don't know if I have, I'm going to see if I have this. This is a Carlos adventure. I thought I had it. See, now that's not coming up. I thought I had Caverick's Cove, but I probably have it in hardback and not PDF because he sells them separately. Yeah, I probably don't even have it in PDF.
Caverick's Cove.
Caverick's
What about
Cove
it?
is a town in Rotic, a starting point like Hamlet that Carlos did.
Right.
Yeah. So let me go to CSL Entertainment. CSL.
What do you? I have it.
It's
Here.
good. Yeah. What numbers? Here it is. Here's the cover.
FB1.
Yeah. It says new on it, but it's not new anymore. This is 2020. This is 6 years old. Went on the road to Caverick's Cove. Yep. So
Coming out with FB2 very soon.
oh, did he say that?
I already have it.
Oh, you have FB2?
Ooh.
Okay. And what's the name of that? There is.
That's good.
Okay, there's a snake. There's a sequel now. Got it. I don't
I have to grab it from my folders.
I don't have it in I'm just looking to see what I have on here. I don't have as many PDFs of Carlos's as I should. But yeah, that's the cover. So but from what everyone has told me, it's really good. Wait, let me blow up your thing here. All right. What level is it for?
The snake pit levels 2 to 4.
Okay, so yeah, there you go. Snake Pit. Thanks to Dale as well. So there's another place you could start with because Len's second favorite area besides his own lands was Roddick. He did adventuring up here, and so one of Laakeel is here, right, Anna? That
Yeah.
was his.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So he's got his one adventure, the Delusions of the Mind or whatever it is
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Eh,
there
eh,
and Axwood were the two places he
yeah,
talked
he
about
liked
a lot to
Axwood
me.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How am I? I am a patron. I just don't do anything with it, Dale. I'm a patron. I just don't do anything with it. I just let it go. It's because I support him. Yep, I am. I am a patron of Anna too.
It's in my seafaring collection also.
Yeah. So that Tim's of ships. It's back to the seafaring. That of ships in the sea. It's almost impossible to get anymore. But a verbatim copy of it is in the appendix of Ghosts of Saltmarsh in 5th edition. But it's all the same rules. It's all the same ship rules.
Mhm.
And it's called of Ships in the Sea in there too. So if you can't get, I know, Dale, I probably had 5 years or 6 years of stuff to download, but I haven't. I haven't downloaded. But I've been a patron for him for a long time. So I support him, but I don't do anything with it. So yeah. But like that's a great area as well, Rotic. And Carlos has done stuff here to make it easier for you to. I don't know specifically where Cavick's Grove is on this map, but it's here. So Rotic's a cool little hidden gem of Greyhawk. A lot of people, in the old days never thought about it. So for us barbarians, if you just really want to do Norse Viking stuff, Greyhawk, try map Soul Gods on the Odin Thor. Yep. So I had barbarians come down all the time just because I love it. Them doing that. My
You
players
got
are
to
more.
raid somewhere.
Yeah,
That's it.
ha 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 ha. So all right, we got pirate stuff. We got Nairon, the Valmoku talked about. No one's really talking about the Great Kingdom much because it is a mess, right? It's
But it's
hard to.
also so large. It's not really a starting location. That's
Yeah,
half the setting. So yeah.
I had a starting location in the Rovers.
yeah. We know about that. Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm.
You do, and Anna even put it on the map.
Yep.
Finally had a group where everybody is the same, a barbarian.
But you had all different subclasses.
Yeah. Well, it's about
Where is it?
if you're actually rolling, you can't just automatically be the barbarian class because your stats may
I
not
can't.
support it.
I can't
But
believe
you
I
can
can't.
culturally be
I
the
can't find
barbarian.
Split Rock.
It's near the R,
Yeah.
one of the R's.
Go further
Near
northeast.
Rovers, near
Northeast.
Rovers.
East.
It's
And then zoom in.
There it is.
zoom in.
Yep.
Yeah, it's near the R of Rovers.
There you go.
Mhm.
Split Rock.
Yeah.
We don't what? We don't what, Dale? Because I hate you. I hate us. What? I don't do what? These? I don't know. I'm not. Like I said, I was nauseous all day. So hey, Steve. That how was the EggCon? Talk about the GK. Great Kingdom sucks, man. Come on. Sorry. I
It
respect
smells
all.
like mold.
It smells like, yeah, it does. It smells like it doesn't
Great
smell like
Kingdom's
victory.
very moldy.
I wish
Tons of
that,
pedophiles.
oh
It's
my
just
God.
terrible. It's evil. I mean, it's an evil, elitist,
I wish.
But the cool
degraded
thing with
society.
Yeah,
Go
but
on.
the great thing with Great Kingdom is that it's been part of history. It was started out early on, it became a good force of power, conquered a lot, and then as
And
and
it
it
fell
turned
to
evil,
it's
and it
basically
was
Rome, isn't it?
yeah,
No,
exactly.
it's not.
It's a part of the
Not as cool
core of
though.
the story
Dark
of the setting. So
Rome. Not everyone's
dark.
undead running around,
Yeah,
right?
it's like
but
We don't
that's a successor. That's
we
when it
don't we
failed.
don't use their
Yeah.
alphabet, so
I would have liked if he had done the following. Okay, you got undead. You got all these undead all over the place. But if you had some of the knights, the original knights of the Great Kingdom, got away and are now trying to put themselves
Pale,
back together.
the pale. There you can have them
Have what?
in its own version, so to speak. Yeah. the Pale, I think, could be a great place where you can they could be the order of and take care of the that stuff. And you can also say, well, back when they were good, the good part, Knights of the Heart is also a successor to them. Nairon, you can have them start an order that can also be a successor. So there's plenty of successors to the Knight Protectors, so to speak. You can have, and then North Kingdom, you the Grinnell and he run the Hextorians. There you have the other side. So I see the setting really taking good care of the Great Kingdom. They influenced so much through the setting and Knights of the in Shieldlands. There's another successor to the idea of the Knight Protectors, so to speak, literally protecting the realm. So there's a lot of successor to them. Some of them are better than others and so on. They're different in scope, but they are all successors to the Knight Protectors in a lot
They
of
just
sense.
need to have a Greyhawk version of Genghis Khan come in and just start wrecking everything.
Well,
They did. That's what
yeah.
Sergeant did in the freaking
we
Great
have
Kingdom.
Vecna was one of them,
That was
and bunch
Hylas,
of
wasn't
It
it?
was
yeah.
so awful. So, like, look, Dale actually agrees with me. Dale's like, this is a perfect campaign. The Knight Protectors of the Great Kingdom themselves should have somewhere.
Well, go back in history and run a historic one.
That's too much.
Or simply
I'm
and
too old.
also you call in Pale, call their knights the protectors.
No, the
and
Pales
there
are
you have it.
insane. The
What
Pales
do you
aren't
mean?
knights.
No, they're dogmatic. That's a huge difference. Depends on what side you're on, so to
Oh,
speak.
you worship a Paylor? That's not good
You
enough
don't
for us.
question.
Right
You
on the
just
fire.
obey and you do as you're told.
That's not.
Don't question.
Bathe in the light.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
Duty
That's
first,
You
freaking
Jay.
follow
terrible.
the command.
Duty
That's the yeah.
first.
Oh
Yeah,
my
exactly.
gosh.
So
Looks
meaning
like
the Pale could be a one good and then you have Dimri. The Dimri Knights, perfect
the West
successor.
Side nut jobs.
Exactly. There you
Now,
have
will you
it.
help me out here on this one? I'm losing this
Looks like
conversation.
magic, and
I'll
magic
write
is
on this.
heresy, right, Tim?
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
if
Sounds like
you want to
heresy.
run a martial campaign, meaning martial in like warrior like and stuff, Dimri, come on, this is so cool. You can
bring Warhammer right back into Greyhawk.
exactly the hard one. Don't think about good
Gosh.
and evil. Just vanquish the enemy and be done with it, so to
Right,
speak.
baby,
Dimri will be
that's it.
Let the
hard.
historians
so to
figure
yeah.
out who was good.
You can't
Yeah.
you can't make the omelet of peace without breaking
There
some
is
eggs.
a movie that was made 6-7 years ago called Medieval. It's about a Hungarian knight. That one, and then think about watch that movie. I think it's from 21 or something like that. Watch that movie. It's a great movie. It's an awesome movie. And watch that one and then run a campaign where you are Dimri Knights. I think that fits perfectly. You ruthless and you are undefeatable, so to speak. You simply do your job, and they are a bunch of murder. You can run them as your Hasi mercenaries in the Bandit Kingdom, another great one. But take inspiration from Medieval. That is one of the best medieval fighting movies I've ever seen. He is fantastic. The guy he is ruthless and super cool. It's fantastic. It's a great movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Rob.
Yep. Jay, you can't win this discussion.
No, I can't. I can't win this discussion. That's okay.
I'd
That's
like to
why I don't go on the side of the map.
Exactly. That's the thing. Yep.
It's a mess.
Just
It's a mess.
a mess.
It's a mess.
Scroll over
Yeah,
it.
it's a mess.
It's just
I make
That's
my own
blank
mess.
so
area.
true. Yep.
Yes.
So true.
Yeah, I need to look at the map more. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. So
I was gonna say something, but I'm not familiar enough with the map. I'd have to look at it zoomed out a bit before I could say.
Yeah.
But it's a great question and it's a great problem, and depending on how you see it, so to speak. But there are great ideas if you open your mind a little bit. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with that. So yeah.
When we had Dale, I love this area. I love the Highlanders. The concept of this up here.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
Well, it says North Province. Is that like North Provinces of the Great Kingdom?
Yes. And the Highlanders are separate. Like they're kind of on their own up here, right? So And,
well, they sound like a management nightmare.
I think it's a good area to venture and start a campaign, and I really do with the Highlander fortresses up here.
Yeah,
I really do. As you can see, they're all.
I agree.
The Highlander castles are all here on defense. from the Bone Marsh. I think it'd be another good place to have an event to start.
And Knurl is not that far from it, so
Right,
there you have
Knurl's
it.
not that
Yep.
far either. Yeah, you could tie them in and all. And
Yep.
and what's his name? The guy who runs the North Province. He's one of the few that aren't turned into an undead animus.
Oh, Grinnell. Yeah.
Grinnell, yes. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, he's not going
Not
to.
yet, no.
Hexter protects him, and he's going to take every damn animus and send them to wherever they, along with all the other good ones, so to speak. So yeah.
Look, you know how far I can go. Last Saturday night, I actually put frickin' Zeech in my adventure, and I hate the guy.
You did.
So, and he's a Hexter guy too. So I don't want to,
Oh, he's a good scapegoat,
I
though,
will
Jay.
cross the line. I will
Mhm.
cross the line when I have to for a story plot line. So yeah, but that's another place I think would be a great start point. Neural and their and Ratic are all, and look what they have in common. Spine castles in the middle of all of them. So and a spine castles attracts another tragic story built into early Greyhawk lore.
It'd be fun to. What do we got out west? We have a desert out there, right?
Yeah, the
but you have all,
paynims and stuff.
you
Yeah,
have
it's a
all-
lot
it'd
of stuff.
be
And
a,
all is on the way.
You
Yeah.
have
that'd be a fun place to start a group also.
Yeah, back Luna's
All
campaign.
can be a great place. Yep.
Mike's done a lot of writing on all. There's a lot of it in Earth journals, so you can get a lot of detail on all. It's like Mongolia, plane wise, right?
It has coastline too, right? The Pain, if you go south.
Yeah, far west,
Yeah.
far west.
North,
Yeah.
north, and
There's Zeef and
Okay, yes.
Ekbir and Tusmit and stuff. So
Yeah.
there's, but Clunish is like a whole new game setting in itself with
Yeah.
possibilities that is gigantic. Yeah. And then you have Gulf of Gayar and Western lands west of that
Mercury's
are
just good
also
too, man.
detailed.
All advanced
There was a
games.
great source book written on that area too. So there's tons and tons of stuff.
I have
there.
some of the. I have a source book that has a lot of kind of like Arabic-based themed type desert stuff in it. That would be fun to mess
Rob,
with.
Phantom, I hope to have your character done by hopefully Friday. I got 5 more to go. I'm 2 down and 5 to go on that new group.
Is he the jester?
No, Rob playing Jester? No freaking way. No freaking way. He's playing the Inquisitor.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Does he use an axe?
I don't know. He hasn't told me about what he wants to use yet.
Rob, are you going to have an axe? Are you going to axe people questions?
I don't know if he's going to go. I don't know if he's going to two-handed weapon. He's going to be one of those guys, or if he's going to go a weapon and shield. But since he's going to be a tank type, he's probably going to go weapon and shield.
Why doesn't he use hammer and tongs?
Rob, yeah, but you're going to have to get ready
Nice.
for it Saturday. I'm forewarning you. You can guess who convinced me to let him play one. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be a nightmare.
A hammer and tongs would be perfect.
Hammer, yes. So Curtis ain't playing. No. Yeah, no, a two-handed scimitar. What the hell's a two? There aren't two-handed scimitar.
It's
The scimitar that is large
it's like
enough where you
a
use 2 hands.
saber-like thing, but scimitars could definitely come big, so to speak.
It's a pizza cutter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. It's all good. Oh God, you bringing a weapon out? Don't.
It's like a long curved blade. You can have like a great sword that's straight or curved. Yeah.
Well, we have Dacian Falcons in our game. That's good enough. So
Curved.
That's not a scimitar.
No, but it's curved.
I understand
Yeah,
that, but it's
like
not a
It
scimitar.
has 2 hands.
Yeah.
So it's a tall. Is that a taller?
No, this would be like a Kriegmesser. So it's like a messer is a German word for like knife, but their regular one would be like a single hand sword.
Okay.
So this would be like a larger one for like a war fighting.
Didn't Will Chamberlain?
You wouldn't
have a
carry it
two-handed scimitar?
around. You bring it
Probably.
out for special
Think so.
occasions.
Yeah, I'm not adding two-handed scimitar to my campaign, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everyone's getting on me tonight. It's crazy.
Just-
It's
Oh
fun.
yeah.
It's just fun.
You're
just-
inviting it. It's awesome. Thank you, Jay.
You
This is
just
great.
need to
Jay,
add like a tier.
Just make it bastard sword damage.
Instead
Two-handed
of
scimitar.
getting a special, you allow the player to have
Yeah.
proficiency with a two-handed
Or-
scimitar.
Or make it the same as a bardiche. A
Scimitar
bardiche is
stab.
basically very similar, two-handed. It's a big, bulky thing.
1
Yeah.
to 10, 2 to 12.
Not for a bardiche.
Oh, Bardiche, 2 day, 3 to 12.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
No,
I always liked the Rancier because you had the chance to disarm.
1-8 is
Yeah.
actually a better chance of scoring 8 than 2-4.
I understand that. I'm just saying that I think I got enough weapons. So
No, you can
Curtis
always
isn't
add
on.
more.
It's not
You
Curtis.
can always add more.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I got plenty of stuff. I got plenty. I added like I said, I added the Dacian Falcons for
Here's the question with the two-handed scimitar: how do you carry it?
2 hands.
No, I mean you can carry it in 2 hands, but there's no sheath that you're going to be able to carry it.
Oh, there's special ones. I've seen. There's I think he's called Shadiversity. He did various
Sure.
sheets
In
versions
the
and stuff.
21st century, sure.
No,
but
but he made them with simple material and stuff. So
Yeah.
you can
Just-
definitely
Or
because he was
historically,
trying
they
to
don't.
how do
they
you
don't
wear
carry 'em.
your sword on the back, and he had lots of ideas and he
They don't
developed
carry
it
them
and
that
stuff.
way.
Hold on.
They don't carry them
carry
that way.
whatever
No,
your
but
neck-
it's possible to build. Now I know they didn't probably, but it's a possibility. So
You know who carried a sword on their back? Your squire,
Ah.
because he wasn't using
He was
it.
like the caddy of the medieval world.
right.
Yep.
Sword.
And a
That's House
two-handed,
Destrul.
a lot of really big swords you pulled out because it was for war. So when you went out to go do the big giant fight, you needed the big extra.
Yeah. And you didn't. Yeah. You
didn't walk around town with it.
So then you put it on your
I
horse
liked
or
it.
whatever, or you gave
That's
it to
a
your
nasty weapon, that Falcons.
yeah,
Right.
your assistant, your
There is-
squire, and they took care
That's
of it.
why
Yeah.
you have to have servants if you want to be a real
Yes,
cavalier.
exactly. And then yeah.
There is
And then they have to survive too. So yeah.
there's a lot of supplemental rule on weapons and what they do. So Falcons is in there. There's a whole bunch of them. We have articles in I have a weapons and a magic item book
No,
downstairs.
Falcons is
One of
like
those. Falcons, you get a plus one hit with it using 2-handed. Yeah.
I know, but
What?
they're so good that our armies basically stopped using them.
What's that?
And they were so good that everyone stopped using them.
Probably because it's very bulky, right? It's very unwieldy. I don't know. But hey,
Yeah.
whatever. Oh my God, yes.
It probably was used at a time when, were they using iron or steel, or was it all Bronze Age?
That's a good question. Probably
So
it's still
maybe
probably
it
a
was
lot more
something that was
bronze.
highly effective during the Bronze Age, but then once they started getting to iron and steel, it was kind of like,
Yeah.
everyone's armor's better now. This is not going to really work.
It's D&D, dude. So
We need a historian weighing in here.
We want, but I'm not adding any new weapons. I've added enough lately. Yes, so I can't believe I'm allowing a PC jester. It's going to go off the rails. I said you're going to be bored, man. You can't backstab. All you can do is juggle and catch stuff
Perfect.
and insult people. That's perfect.
Vicious mockery.
Yeah. Yes. All right. What do we got in finals here? So we're running up on the end here. Anyone with any other questions? It was Iron Age. Yeah, it was Iron.
Locations.
So note, let me see if I can relink. So Jeff's got his,
There you
take a
go.
look at it. There you go for his, there. And that'll go to other, Jeff's other stuff individually too. I know I got to get Virtual GrandCon set up. Okay. I'm just so behind. We'll get it. It's first weekend in October. We'll start getting it set up for signups and DMs and all that stuff coming up shortly. So can they multi-class? Who? Nope. Jesters? No. No multi-classing.
How about a jester maester? Perfect.
No.
Well, the perfect blending of skills.
Skill.
No.
He's serious on Monday, and then
You're gonna have
and
Bill.
then
If Bill's
because
on still, his eyes are gonna pop out of his head. If you
Do you
take
think
what about a
he'll,
bard
his maester class
jester?
and mix it with a jester?
What
he'll
about
think that's a
bard
great idea.
jesters? Yeah, bard jesters.
Well, bard, you got to go through 5 to 7 levels.
Oh,
of
okay,
fighter,
yeah,
all
you have
those levels
that.
of
Oh,
thieves
yeah,
before
you have
get
the
to
real bard. Yeah,
yes,
I'm
the
sorry.
real
Yeah.
bard, correct.
Yeah.
Really up the game, make it a jester with a tween.
Yes, and that would be great because no one would ever hit in the rest of the party. Then, yeah. How about a jester cultist? No. Everyone's just trying to push.
maybe he's a roaster. He's a roaster jester.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to roast everybody.
So, Tim, do you remember the one time that we allowed entertainers as characters?
Who
And
played it?
Walt had the troubadour, juggler / what's the third one I'm missing?
Did Garnett play one like that?
Yeah, triple class. You can triple class your entertainers. And I cannot believe to this day look back and that was another Len Lakofka article. He wrote all the entertainers up.
Well, what's wrong with that?
It's funny, ridiculous, right?
Well, sometimes people want to have an urban adventure and there's more role playing than fighting, so then they could fit right in. Everyone wants to be entertained. There's no TV,
Well,
there's no
we're
cable,
tough
there's
on
no
you today,
movies.
Jay.
I know, it's okay. Just have the Jester call it a couple of ogres or pull them in half, then they can create a new character. Do you really want to do that to Korg, Moose? That's who's playing him. Do you really want to do that to Korg?
Jay, you're going to have to treat that Jester like he's a red shirt.
I understand that. I already forewarned him about the group is a serious group. I got an Inquisitor.
Perfect.
You got an Inquisitor who's
Jester's
not going to put up with
perfect.
this shit. You got a Priestess of Ilmater, right?
Well,
You have
a
a Wild
Jester,
Mage.
the Jester's not necessarily going to mess with his people.
Question is going to be whether the party's going to kill the Jester before the
I know,
enemies
it's gonna be
do.
fun. I forewarned
That's
him.
my bet.
I forewarned him. He's got this whole intricate background story, so I'm gonna let him run with it.
30
Yeah.
pages of backstory. Get out of my house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Womba
was
has
in-
to survive
yeah.
until the adventure starts. So to speak. Yeah.
That's up to you, Rob. If your character wants to be mean to Korg or not during this, it's okay. You know, I'm just saying. You know, I have a straight laced character coming into. I have a human ranger, will be the NPC. So, Ian von Poppen.
I don't know if it's apocryphal or not, but there's a story about a jester who insulted a king, and the king loved him, and finally he insulted the king's wife or something. It was just too far, and the king said, "That is it." You know, he was so furious with the thing that he was like, "I want to send. You know, you're going to have to die with that one." Now, how do you want to be executed? How do you want to die? And the jester was like, "Of old age in my bed." And the king laughed and said, "Oh, all right, fine," and let him off the hook. I don't know if it's true or not.
It sounds like a
Well,
good
even
story.
the king wanted to have fun, so
Yeah, I mean, well, the king is so used to everybody scraping and groveling like a bunch of losers to have somebody like always giving you shit all the time is kind of makes you laugh.
Kind of relief. Yep.
My son will do that. He'll push back at me, and he makes me laugh sometimes. Well, he makes me laugh a lot.
And when he doesn't make you laugh,
I choke him out. I don't do that. I'm just kidding.
you get the tongue tool out.
I'm like, I'm gonna give you a tongue lashing.
All right. So, anyone have anything they'd like to shout out?
Jeff's face is like,
Jeff's like, why'd I come on tonight?
No. It's always good to be here.
Yeah, this was fun. We had a lot of fun tonight.
Jeff.
It was a little bit slapstick tonight, but it's okay. Yes.
We're getting you ready for the Jester, Jay.
That's right.
It's not me running them. It's poor Korg.
We're getting
Saturday
you ready.
Morning. You know, with a new group of adventures out of Altamira, we'll see. We'll see.
You have to. Hopefully, what's his charisma?
He's not written up yet. He's not
written up yet. He better have a high darn charisma.
Yeah.
I
already have all these requests, and I already have a character. This character here, the Wild Mage, is starting with 19 comeliness.
I got out of so much trouble in high school by making the teacher laugh. They'd be like, "Tim, whatever," and then I would do something like I'd be like, and then they would start laughing before they continued on, and so they were like, didn't say go to the office or whatever.
Yes, you never got in trouble.
Never say never.
Yeah. Where do you find a Jester class? Dragon 60? Or Best of Dragon Volume 3 or 4? I think it's Best of Dragon Volume 3. Yes, it's Dragon 60.
No, gnomes are seen as good jesters because they're practical jokesters. Humans are probably the best, though. Really,
well, he's a human.
Yeah, because I think halflings are too much like pipe weed in farming humor, and elves are too esoteric.
All right, so
their jokes take too long.
All right,
yeah.
So he fell in love with a female adventurer who he can live up to because he wasn't an adventurer. He was a jester, he was an entertainer, right? So, yes. Unfortunately, tragedy would strike again. The female adventurer would fall in battle, partially due to and by the way, he's just calling him. Sorry, Tim. He's calling him John. Your dad's name. Yeah, John being a fake adventurer that really couldn't help her in a fight. So he watched her die because he couldn't do anything.
Well, no, all comedians, if when you hear comedians,
Ah!
a lot of comedians have a lot of trauma, and that kind of
Yeah.
helps them,
Yeah.
develop their sense of humor.
I think
Yeah.
this character could be actually funny, and I
Did
mean,
he
laugh.
actually? Did he actually? Was he a jester first, or was he just aspiring?
He was
And then
aspiring at that time, and he went
when he
eventually with her,
failed
and
to
he couldn't
protect
do
his
anything to
love,
protect her.
So he became the Fisher King.
Yeah,
so now
basically.
he's like,
Yeah.
so now he like tells jokes.
Okay. They have
So sad,
They had 5 other characters in NPC, all very capable. Right.
so
I went
sad
through
and
the whole list
pathetic.
already. So yeah. Oh no. Oh, is there Castles and Crusades Jester? I didn't even
But
know.
he could be like a comedian like Joe Rogan, so he can actually fight and then also tell jokes.
I doubt it. You know how these guys don't. They get
Yeah.
no bonuses. They don't get backstabs. They don't get hide in shadows and move
But they
silently.
do get witty repartees.
Yes, which
They
is
get meat
wonderful.
shield.
Yeah. We see, and Tiffany's character Gemma has shown trying to talk to a ghost or a demon doesn't work.
She is a walking critical hit ready to happen to her. She is like Jay, if she had played in that game and you did not kill her character because of all the bad things she was doing at Fortress Elendar, it would have been amazing.
So the one we grabbed by the cuff of the neck and pulled her
Ye-
back in.
Yeah, she almost
yeah.
permanently
Yeah.
died. Yeah,
Decision making,
yeah,
not awesome.
yeah. But that's it. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Let's just see where it goes on Saturday.
What
And this
level? What level
so he's
character is she
4th.
playing?
Who? Tiffany?
Yeah.
4th level, especially Priestess of Ilmater.
It seems pretty. It seems
Yeah.
pretty serious.
Yeah, lawful good character. That
Oh.
that takes pain.
So, is she playing
Awful
Gemma because
boring.
Gemma
She's not
is a
playing Gemma.
chaotic stupid, or is that just Tiffany's? Just
That's that. So Gemma's the youngest daughter of Elaine Winchester and Duke Wilborn.
what a mess. But I mean, what's her alignment?
Chaotic,
So she's into like
frivolity.
low wisdom.
Yeah, and Aaron's the more stable one, the oldest sister. Everyone hates Quentin, as we found out on Saturday again, and Thursday and Saturday, and then there's Gemma. They're the three kids. But now she's got a new character. She's got to have this priest, and she's
Sounds serious.
yes, she's yeah. So I got her name and all. I got
Jay
her.
should just feeble mind her.
Is she going to try to
Yeah.
go ahead and convert that elf from that craziness into some real religion?
What elf?
Didn't you say there's a
It's a clerk mage thief.
triple? Yeah.
She's half elf.
Did you try to convince that half elf to leave that
I
crazy
don't know.
religion?
I'm not playing her. I highly doubt it. I
She's
highly
awful
doubt she's
good.
going to
She
try.
should be like all over that person.
Why would you convert a chaotic good elven deity to your ways? That sounds like Foltus. That doesn't sound like Ilmater. Ilmater.
Well, it sounds like they're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah, I think you got some wrong. Yes. I have my own
they're
weapons.
mixed.
Tim.
You have all these different religions. They gotta have strong
this will
feelings.
fit in places you don't want it to go. So, right, I have.
Sounds
plenty
like
of
you've given
these.
that a lot of thought, Jay.
Yes, I did. Yeah, absolutely. All right.
What is that?
It's a little mini sword from Arduin from
It's a-
Emperor's Choice.
It's a key ring.
It's part of the giveaway, along with our card set tonight.
Yeah,
and then
careful.
$1
Don't carry that around in your
sword.
pocket. I can tell you right now, that can be a problem.
I'm not putting it
It
anywhere.
can go
I'm
to
putting it in
places
the-
you don't want it to go.
I'm putting it in the mail to the winner tonight. The winner gets
Yeah.
it.
I did see a video today,
It's on a roll.
and it was an unfortunate accident.
Uh-oh.
I don't know where it
Mine
was,
too.
but somebody had it was a guy coming out like, "What are you doing?" And he had a machete that was kind of like down his pant leg.
Oh
And
God.
When he pulled it out, he was like, "Ah!"
He like
Oops.
he's like
This is
flayed
why we have
himself.
scabbards.
He flayed
And-
himself pulling it
Well,
out.
he doubled over. He kind of dropped it, and then you saw blood coming down his leg because he had shorts on. It was like, "Oh,
Mazel tov. He just circumcised himself.
sharp!" He had a sharp machete.
Good thing
You
Maestro
should
half
use
orcs
this-
can't be jesters. And it says Roger Moore wrote it. It says half orcs who like things like thumb screws are funny cannot be jesters. It says it right in the article. So human, half elf, gnome. There's only 3.
Thumb screws aren't funny, but tongue removal's hilarious.
Yeah, sharp machete. That's
Yeah.
right.
Sharp
man, I
machete.
wonder. Oh my gosh!
And
Now
he was
you,
trying to threaten somebody. But there's a lot of people that carry weapons inappropriately and they end up shooting themselves down their pant legs and stuff.
yeah. Look at the guy. Look at the guy on Band of Brothers. He killed himself with his Ruger.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a reason why you should have it in a holster or sheath.
Yeah, or not even loaded when it has a
Not
bad
just a
Well,
trigger.
good
yeah, but
idea.
in a holster that it's
I got a stand. So, all right. We got any shout outs here? We'll be on Wednesday night. We'll have probably an Armed and Dangerous game, one shot Thursday, and then this new group on Saturday. Roll a die for teeth loss. Yeah, I know. Sometimes they're very careful about that.
yeah,
Said that.
not really.
Poor Gianna. So Gianna played Thursday, drank the Mad Dog number 8, right? She drank that whole bottle of Mad Dog. Her dwarf passed out after she humped Quentin's leg, grabbed his butt. She passed out at the end of the fight. They rescued a halfling druid thief from one of those cocoons down where the Drider was. And they sent the druid thief to watch her, and the druid thief stole all their stuff and took off. But she's a thief, right, Tim?
Thieves, yeah.
Yeah. Or drain the main vein. Yes.
Well, yeah, so we're answering someone's question. They said, "Oh, we cut an artery."
It
I
sounds
said,
like it.
or cut the main vein.
Yeah,
a lot of blood vessels in that.
Yeah, and there's no. You cut that artery, you're done.
Yep.
So, yep.
But then again, if you're whipping a machete out of your pants to threaten somebody,
yeah. All halflings are at least half thieves. Not the halfling starting on Saturday. She's not a thief at all. She's a fighter. No thief there.
I prefer the term burglar.
Yeah. No, she's a
Or
straight
entry
fighter.
specialist.
Pretty interesting character.
Non-backed entrepreneur.
Yes, non-backed entrepreneur. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Any shout outs? No, Anna? We're good for
No,
Wednesday?
we're good. Exactly, we're good to Wednesday. Yep.
Okay, let's do the giveaways, everyone.
I just put my link in
Yeah,
chat
social
here
Darwinism,
just for the
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, remember that site where the Darwin of the Year awards? They were awesome.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
They were fun. All right, last call, exclamation point drawing to get in on this. I'm going to do 2.
I remember seeing a picture of one of the guys who was a honorable mention. He didn't kill himself.
My favorite one was the guy who took that Honda CRVs. Remember those little ones with the back cut off of the cars? And he put wings on it. And he put a rocket on the back of it. He shot it right up at the freaking.
Well, he killed himself, right?
Hill. What?
He killed himself, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one I saw was a guy who bit a blasting cap.
Or the oh my God! Or the one where the entire village died. The chicken fell in the well, and the entire village went to rescue the chicken, and like 8 people drowned in the. Now they say that one may be fake, but
that's fake.
Sounds very fake. Yeah.
But I've seen the picture of the guy with the blasting cap.
Manfred Von Beck, you got the winner, and the second one is Gianna's on a roll there.
Wow.
So yes, Gianna got the 10 Argus Civic Control Lord. Manfred, Manfred, do I have your name and address? Please whisper it to me in chat, not open chat, but in a direct whisper, and I will send this out to you. That's the Arduin card series, and also that. So
yes,
okay.
And carry that in your purse in a sheath.
Yes, I'm not. It's a keychain, I think.
Yes, don't put it in your pocket.
I'm not putting it anywhere, man. I'm not. It's for the audience. So, all right, that was fun. We had a fun time tonight. So we'll see you on. Yeah, it's a Conan sword. We'll see you on Wednesday. We'll figure out Anna, myself, and Mike will figure out what's going on. Then Thursday night, one shot, and then Saturday for the new group. Hopefully, I'll have the characters done by then. I should. A lot going on. And then I'll get Virtual GrowdCon up shortly. I'll let everyone know when it's up so everyone start logging in and signing up.
Is Thursday the Jester?
Saturday's the Jester.
Saturday's the Jester.
Saturday at 11. Why? Do you want to come on and give me a bunch of hero points to kill him?
No. No.
He's thinking about it.
Can I play a bad guy?
Oh, there's Myriad. Myriad's like, no, please. Yeah, there. So, sorry there, Myriad. But yeah, we're talking about. I have your sheet. I can't get a name out of Aaron, so I can't finish a sheet without a name. So it's all done. So yeah, we're
Jane Doe.
Yeah. So all right, cool there, Peter. Thank you. Awesome. I got it. So that'll go out tomorrow. So Leppy Wormwood was the name she gave. I thought that was a joke. What's a Leppy?
As in a leper?
Leppy Wormwood. All right.
I think it's LEPI though.
Is it LEPI? But it's halfling. I'll do LEPPI. Leppy Wormwood. All right, there you go. All right. I will. I'll put that and send it to her. And then if I'll just say it was your idea. That way I'm covered. My butt's covered there. All right, Anna, Jeff, Tim. Thanks. That was fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you everybody for
having
Yeah,
us.
please,
being here.
please,
Yep.
keep on reaching out, and just note if you have any questions. You know, we'll have another fun week of I'm going to blame you, absolutely. If she says, "What are you doing?" But she approved all the stuff on the character sheet already, Myriad. So all I have to do is put the name on it. It's done. She loved the portrait from Portrait Workshop, all that. Thanks, Daka. I really appreciate all of that. We're going to go into Mandy. We're going to raid into Sparkles Mandy. All right. So I'm going to hit a wrong button here. Boom, boom, boom. All righty. Boom, boom. Let's see here. Raid. Thanks for all the support, guys. Everything's going great. Yeah, it's 11-3 on Saturday, by the way. And by the way, they are running Horror in the Pools on Mandy's channel shortly. My joint adventure written with Carlos Lysing. So they're going to be running that very soon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you all soon. See you Wednesday. Boom.